back on the air, and in one day you've already become the best talk show on radio with sports in the morning. And I am thrilled that you're back.
John, I appreciate that very much. It's comments like that keep me going. Obviously, it's a very tough 6 months. But I thank you for that, and we got great stuff coming on this show every single day. So, as we like to say over the course of the last 10 years, tell your friends, tell your friends. There's actually an entertaining show for you to listen to for the first time in 6 months. So I appreciate that sentiment, and I'm glad that you're here for the ride. All right, back to Chris now. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Now, I can't stress this enough. I am not. This is real.
Yeah.
All right, so you're good with that.
I trust everybody. I think.
Here now, it's an anonymous vote. So every one of those guys is going to tell you, I wrote keep them. You know that's going to happen.
Right.
Some of them are lying to you.
Okay.
All right. From Bensonhurst.
From Bensonhurst.
Which train did you take in here the other day with the bed bugs?
I take the N every day.
Take the N every day.
Right.
And it's the first time the N has ever left you with bed bugs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Uh-huh.
But, you know,
okay.
It's let me down plenty of times.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Vote number 1, fire.
Oh, boy.
Vote number 2 with an exclamation point, keep.
Oh, look at that. Good.
It is tied at 1.
Yeah.
Tied at 1.
Now, my vote will be the last vote, only if it's needed for a tiebreaker.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Vote number 3. Wow. Keep. You are now winning 2. Was that yours?
No, I didn't have a marker.
You know Michelle said keep. It's like a guarantee.
That would
Because
be so
she's
nice
new. She don't want to be responsible for you getting fired. I know how that's going to go. So you know you got to keep from her.
Thank you.
Vote number
got
4, fire. You're tied at 2.
Wow.
All right. I've got 4 more pieces of paper and my vote as well. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Tied at 2. Vote number 5, fire.
Oh,
Wow.
that's-
You are now trailing 3-2, but I'm telling you, you got you know you got
to keep.
you know you got a third keep for sure.
Okay.
All right. So let's see if we have Michelle's piece of paper here, and it is. I assume that's Michelle's keep.
It's written in
I wrote a
crayon.
different
You
word.
are now. We are now tied 3-3.
Yeah.
You have 3 votes left.
Okay.
My vote and these other 2 random votes.
I'm nervous here now.
Are you sure
be
that
nervous,
you're okay with
'cause
this?
I'm okay.
I don't want to give it
Okay.
away, but
Vote number 7. Keep.
that was mine.
That was that one was yours?
Yeah.
That one was Michelle's.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're
You are
welcome.
now
Shout
winning
out to Michelle.
4-3. Okay? Are you ready for this?
Yes.
My vote's the tie-breaking vote. Vote number 8, fire. Wow.
Y'all,
But now
the
it's 4-4.
decisive game 9.
Corey wrote fire, by the
No,
way.
I won't keep. What
No,
are you talking about,
BS,
son?
you
I
wrote
won't keep.
fire. You see
My
him as
paper was
competition.
Right here. My paper was right here. It was keep.
For the 4v4.
I didn't even know that I was going to be the tie-breaking vote. So, Corey, you're claiming you wrote keep?
I wrote keep.
Greg, what did you write?
There you go.
See, Sussman wrote fire.
The studio manager wants him going.
At least he's honest.
He's honest.
Anybody else going to tell you they wrote fire? He figures he jumps right ahead of you on BFF or something. I know. It's one of the other shows here on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. All right, so it's up to me.
Yeah.
I did not write it down. I got to look you in the eye and tell you this.
Tell me.
I'm going to give you a shot to keep your job.
Okay.
First off, no one should ever wear
Yay.
Zubaz to work. Let's just start with that. Those were out in about 1990 when MC Hammer's career ended.
He had to get new clothes,
And I've seen you
though,
wear
so.
them before,
These are
too.
Biebers.
No, they're back in now.
No,
they are. No,
listen.
they really are.
Listen,
You're welcome.
I
wore them yesterday.
have no style when it comes to but you're a hot 22-year-old girl. He's
Not
not
22.
All
But,
right.
yeah.
Whatever you wear.
Yeah.
And can you take the camera off his junk, please? Yeah, I don't know what the hell we're doing here today.
Somebody is Peter peeping downstairs.
Whatever you wear is going to be fine. All right. So let's.
But it is okay for guys too. I'm just saying.
According
I'll show
to
you-
women, that outfit's not okay for anybody. He's wearing the black sneakers, which is also a no-no. He's got the tapered sweat Zubaz, a no-no. The chain's good. The hat's all right. Although I don't know why you're wearing a Diamondback hat. I don't care. And you got the Air Jordan shirt. Waist up, golden, solid.
Okay.
Waist down, train wreck.
I don't like jeans.
According to him.
You're not a jean
I'm
wearer.
not a jean guy at all.
Fair enough. You didn't say you had to wear jeans.
I wear khakis.
Khakis is good. Khakis is solid. Because you want to represent yourself well.
Right.
Especially since you're about to be fired.
Right.
Okay. So I would say, are you willing to prove your loyalty to the company?
Okay, well, yes, but I don't know how deep we're going here.
It's not going to be crazy. We just got to know each other.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you do anything totally stupid, okay?
All right.
But here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you, we have some form of tape recorder or microphone deck or your phone or whatever, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you to go onto the streets of New York City. I'm going to give you 30 minutes, so plenty of time. I need you to get 10 different people to say into your microphone or your phone, but you got to record it. I love Carton and Friends. It's the best show on radio.
Okay.
That's all you got to do.
10 people?
10 random people. All right. I don't care if you get them in the bar, downstairs, and they can't work for the company.
Right.
You got to be out and about. 10 random people. Hi, my name is Susie. Carton and Friends is my favorite show. Something like that. Okay.
Like I love Carton and Friends.
Exactly. Whatever. Something like that.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna give you 30 minutes to do it.
Okay.
All right. Are you up for the task?
Yeah.
It's either that or you're fired.
Okay. I'm up for
All right.
this.
So right now, do you have a stopwatch on your phone or anything, guys? Greg does. He's the guy that wants to fire you. Now you know who your real friends are. Your 30 minutes starts now.
All right, there you go.
See you in 30.
That's the
See
young
you in
homie.
30. You'll do it.
That's That's young Chris. Chris, of course, is the guy with bed bugs who's about to keep his
From
job.
Bensonhurst.
Let me go back to Michelle with an update. What else you got?
Okay. Well, I didn't finish the Syndergaard story, so should I tell you that?
Nope.
It's up to you,
It's up to
Michelle.
you, man.
Whatever you want to do, baby.
All right.
Let
we'll
me
do
just
that.
say real quick before she does that. Here's what disappoints me about the guys downstairs.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I want to tell the truth real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Every single person wrote keep.
Yeah.
Not a single person wrote fire. Like, none of you understand what it is that I'm trying to do. Every one of you should have written fire.
There's a reason down here in the pit if you'd like it.
No, what I don't not every one of you guys wrote keep. Like, none of you got it. You think I was going to fire the kid?
No, I knew that.
Of course I'm not. Number one, I can't fire him. Number two, he's a good kid. I wasn't going to fire him. But you guys wrote, by the way, every single one of you guys wrote keep like his job was on the line. Now, I respect that
But
because
it's
you love the
friendship.
kid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But every single vote, every one, with exclamation points.
Yeah.
Keep. The guy came to work with bed bugs. Why would you want to keep a dirty person next
On
to
the
you?
single most important day in company history.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
All right, Michelle, give us the story.
What we got, Michelle?
All right.
Try
so
to get it
the story
right.
is he kicked off the season with 10 strikeouts.
Who?
Right.
Didn't walk anyone. Noah
Oh,
Syndergaard.
okay, my bad.
Oh, man.
And so a couple of weeks
Here's
ago.
what's funny. That's so douchey.
What?
He's trying to get you to mess
I know
up.
he is. I feel it.
But he wasn't
I was
gonna
2
throw-
for 2. I got where they played.
He
correct.
wasn't going to throw Chris under the bus, but he's throwing you
He's
into the
throwing me
bus.
into the bus.
Go ahead.
I love
All
you,
right.
Michelle.
I love you too, Corey. So a fan tweeted a couple weeks ago that he would dye his ugly brown hair blonde if Noah if he threw at least 10 strikes on opening day. So
10
he
strikeouts,
did.
right.
So Noah tweeted back, like asking him to follow through with the
Yep,
bet. We're yet to hear back from that kid.
He's going to
though.
do it. And
Yeah.
the Mets are very big on this Twitter stuff.
Yeah.
There
It's
was
funny,
actually,
though.
remember
It's
the
a funny
kid
story.
remember there was this young woman, a high school kid, who's having a tough time getting a date for the prom.
Okay.
If you remember. And this goes back a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And she reached out to the Mets and said, I think she wanted to take a picture with one of the guys on the Mets for like a prom thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And rather than just say, you know what, here's a kid that's going through a tough time in high school. I don't remember the exact story, but it was like a very simple thing. I'm a huge Met fan. Would it be cool for me to take a picture at Citi Field with like Mr. Met or something for my high school prom or graduation, right? So rather than just say, of course you can, the Mets made this kid go out there and get like 500,000 retweets. Like, they can't get off social media. I'll tell you a quick story about Jeff Wilpon. About 5 years ago, Jeff Wilpon invited me to sit in the owner's box with him.
Oh, that's your man.
All right? We got along at the time. The New York Mets were going through a tough period of time, and they were losing fans from a popularity standpoint. Like, every day, people were just revolting against the Wilpons. So I had a buddy of mine who's an executive with the Spike Network. It's now called Paramount. And I said, is it cool if I bring a friend? He goes, yeah, no problem. I'm sitting in the owner's box. It's only me and my buddy, and Jeff Wilpon's a little late. I'm 5 drinks in. I'm ordering, sweet service. I got popcorn and wings. The place is a pigsty by the third inning when he shows up, and I'm drunk. Jeff Wilpon says, I need to talk to you. I need your advice. And I said, well, you're talking in front of a friend. Are you okay? He goes, yeah, I don't mind. If he's with you, he's good with me. And he says to me, what should I do? I go, what are you talking about? He goes, what should I do? Like, where are we messing up when it comes to our relationship with the fans? And I go, and I walk him through. I go, here's why the fans don't like you, right? My buddy then says to him, he's not even in the conversation, but Wilpon didn't care. My buddy then says to him, why don't you start a Twitter account and start talking to your fans directly?
Exactly. That's going to work. That's much better than winning.
So, right. So rather than put a good team on the field, they started a Twitter account and started talking to them.
Well, it's.
And now that's all they do.
not a
What else you have?
terrible
Anything
idea.
else?
Yeah, what else do we have?
But you imagine the owner of a team going to me, what should I do?
How do we turn it around?
I told him put a statue of Tom Seaver outside Citi Field because he's the best player of all time. And as much as I love Jackie Robinson, and I'm very close to the Robinson family, having the Jackie Robinson Rotunda does not fit the New York Mets since Jackie never played for the Mets. And I know the Wilpons love the Brooklyn Dodgers because Fred Wilpon grew up as a Dodger fan. I respect that. And, of course, respect Jackie. Rachel is my cousin's godmother. Parts of my family were instrumental in starting the foundation and putting the museum on the West Side. But Jackie never played for the Mets. Why not have the Tom Seaver Rotunda and do something else for Jackie? In any event, go ahead.
So, of course, the biggest star of the day was the White Sox designated hitter, Matt Davidson, who crushed 3 home runs in their opener.
3 home runs to open up the season.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's pretty good. Do you have sound of one of those, Chrissy Bones, or no? Mm-hmm. All right, let's hear it.
Matt Davidson lashes another one down the left field side. And boy, Matt Davidson have a day here in Kansas City.
Well, that's a terrible call.
Goodness, once again, it's his 3rd of the day.
That's all you get out of that? Like opening day, 3 home runs?
He launches one to deep center field, and my goodness, would you look at that? That's 3 home runs on opening day.
You got to go bonkers on that, right?
Exactly.
How would you do it if you were the play-by-play guy?
Matt Davidson up at the plate, 2 home runs already on the evening. And it's a high fly ball deep to left field. Matt Davidson has hit his 3rd home run on opening day. It's going crazy on the south side.
Right,
I don't know where they were at, though.
Give me something, right?
They was in Kansas City,
How would
right?
it sound if you did the play-by-play, Michelle?
I would be like, oh, my God, wow, he just hit his 3rd home run of the day.
Oh, my God, it's a slam dunk.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it.
His 3rd touchdown.
Oh, my God.
I don't know who he's playing for, but he hit another home run. That is great. That would not be a great call.
No, that would not
Like if
be
you were
a
going to be
good
really
call.
excited about
Those are 2 different sports. I know
you got
that
to get
much.
really excited about it. Like Corey gave us some excitement there. Chris, how would it sound if you did it?
I'm sorry, what?
Exactly. See?
I'm trying to queue up the clips that you don't have that I gave you an hour ago.
I'm not worried about clips. I want to
You don't know what
know.
it's like down here. There's lice and video clips, and it's craziness.
There are bugs and lice, and if Chrissy Bones was doing the play-by-play, how would it sound for you?
Matt Davidson steps up. He's got 2 home runs already. There's a long drive to deep left field. Out of here. Home run number 3, Matt Davidson.
That's, of course, if Harry were doing the game, that was an impersonation of a former Philadelphia Phillies broadcaster. Hey, Frank is in Westchester on Carton and Friends. Frank, good morning. How you doing,
What
Spank?
up, Frank?
My man, Pots and Pans.
Pots and pans. What's cooking?
Craigie, it is so good to hear your voice again, brother. I miss you and I love you.
I
Woman,
appreciate
miss
it.
my child sometimes.
Well, listen, you tell everyone that you know that we're back. We're doing it every day from 9 to 1. You can watch it live. You can hear it live. You can call like you did at 844-843-6879. Then you can watch it again. You can get a podcast. You get highlights. You get clips. You get stuff. What else?
Craigie, I need one thing from you, buddy, before I hang up.
Yeah.
I want what is Susan Waldman's reaction to John Sterling's Giancarlo home run call?
Say that again?
What would Susan Waldman be saying after John Sterling hit?
Of all the dramatic things, John's trying to talk Italian.
John, I didn't know you had it in you. John's Italian.
Oh my goodness gracious! SOCKS Napolitano Chimanamano Utabriano. The best is, the Yankees. Thanks for the call, Frank. Oh, that means we're taking a break? See, as soon as I get going,
Bottom of the hour.
they just block it. They throw the brick wall right up there. Michelle will be back again next hour with some semblance of an update. At some point, we will find out how Phil Jackson became a member of the Jackson 5 as well.
Yes.
Plus, can you throw a Frisbee 280 yards and hit a target? I can't either, but someone can. Carton and Friends.
Does your fantasy team suck? Maybe you need us, the Fantasy Sports Radio Network, the only free 24/7 fantasy sports radio network.
Fantasy Sports Radio Network. News update.
In Major League Baseball, White Sox DH Matt Davidson has an opening day to remember. He went 3 for 4 with 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, and 4 runs scored as the White Sox doubled up the Royals 14-7 on Thursday. Angels rookie Shohei Ohtani collected his first Major League Baseball hit in his first at-bat of Thursday's opening day game against the Athletics. Blue Jays manager John Gibbons said Josh Donaldson is dealing with a, quote, dead arm, a term often associated with pitchers. Donaldson struggled at times with throws to first base on opening day. In the NFL, free agent Geno Smith is visiting with the Seahawks. Seattle needs a new backup after cutting Trevone Boykin. Cowboys EVP Stephen Jones says there's no timeline for a contract discussion with Dez Bryant. I'm Dan Strafford, and this has been your Fantasy Sports Radio Network News Update.
Stay tuned to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network for more updates at the top of every hour.
It never gets old.
All right, everyone. 2 truths, 1 lie.
I was going to be on The Real World. I play the oboe.
And I saved a kid's life.
You definitely never saved a kid's life.
I'm serious. Last summer, I donated bone marrow to a kid who had leukemia.
Saving a life. The truth is, it's easier than you think. Learn how at dkms.org.
Who knew we were living with a hero?
A hero who plays the oboe.
Fantasy.
We had agreed that if he came down to Tanaka or Keuchel, Frank adamantly wanted Dallas Keuchel.
I'm just kind of sour on Masahiro Tanaka. I'm just worried about him pitching in Yankee Stadium, the fact how many home runs he gave up last year, and just all the lineups that he's going to have to face. Dallas Keuchel in a contract year, and this is what, with contract year players, I'm not just going to, that's the reason you have to draft him. But if you're splitting hairs on players this close, I might use that as a deciding factor.
Weekdays on FNTSY Radio and live on the Fantasy Sports Network YouTube stream.
You're listening to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Tell your friends, tell your friends.
And that, my friends, is called
Carton and Friends.
Here every day from 9 to 1.
Oh, hello, friends.
I love doing this show already. There's going to be so many amazing moments that are just going through my head right now.
Friends, if I may have your attention.
I'm so happy you're here. Tell your friends, tell your friends. Hour number 2, Carton and Friends. Corey's in section 203. Michelle will be back in about a half hour or so. The phone number to join is 844-843-6879. So the Mets win, the Yankees win. Just real quick, Corey, checking out some of the other games.
Yeah.
Kershaw against bad luck, 1-0 to San Fran. As the Dodgers start off with no offense whatsoever. The Houston Astros, it was an interesting game. And something happened in the Oakland A's game, which I don't know if I'm sure you didn't see it live.
No.
But, I'm not a fan of all that, they do the infield shift or the whatever they do, right?
Getting too cute.
So what they in the Oakland game, they go 11 innings. In the 11th inning, you got, there's a leadoff triple, right? They walked in, 1 out. They walked the next dude, so you have a double play opportunity on a ground ball in the infield, right?
Yep.
They bring a 5th infielder in, and they bring their center fielder all the way in to play behind second base bag. So you have a left fielder, a right fielder, but no center fielder. Now there's 1 out.
Yep.
So I wasn't paying that close attention to why not walk the next guy and load the bases up to get a force at the plate, which would be the appropriate thinking there, and not just go for the double play.
I like the force at the plate idea.
Well, of course. Like, if you're going to walk anyone with 1 out, I think you walk the bases loaded, so then you have a guaranteed force at the plate. That way, a slow dribbler, you got a shot at it, et cetera, whatever, right? So 1 out, first and third, center fielder comes in, 5 infielders. So the dude at the plate, hits what would have been a routine
can of corn.
Short fly ball.
Yeah.
So it would have been a tag from third. You would have had a legitimate play at the plate, I suppose. But he hits a fly ball to center. There's nobody there.
Jumps right in.
Now, they wound up in the bottom of the 11th. They got 2 men on and didn't score. But sometimes you overthink everything.
They're getting too cute right now, but that's the way baseball is right now.
First off, it's the top of the inning. It's not the bottom of the
inning.
Exactly. So even if you give up a run, you haven't lost the game there. And I understand wanting a force play, but you want the force play at any bag, not just a double play ball.
I don't get it. I don't understand why they did that. I'm quite sure it's some analytical thing behind it, but I think this is where baseball is going too much with these analytics. Me, myself, personally, I'm not a big analytics guy. You know what I'm saying? So
right. I feel that.
As if, I don't know.
It just right to me, it got too cute.
It's too cute.
And it's almost like by not loading the bases up, you're conceding the run from third.
Already.
Right? You're saying, we're going to give up one run.
So it's like it's playing, instead of playing to win, it's playing not to lose.
There's an aspect to that, and this is game one.
Yeah.
So they just got way too cute on game one, for my money at least. That's how I viewed it. Here's Andrew in Morristown on Carton and Friends. Andrew, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Craig. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What is up?
Pump. What's going on?
What's up with you?
I mean, I had two things. First, Sterling's call. What do you think about it? And then I know you hate hockey, but the guy coming off the accountant.
Yeah, I saw that. That's it shows you why hockey's a joke, by the way, you know? Like, here's the thing. The story is real quick. The Chicago Blackhawks, I guess their goalie got hurt, and they went into the crowd. There was a guy
both did.
Who did it?
There's two goalies, yeah. So
yeah, but I'm saying but they go into the stands, and there's a guy in the stands who's an accountant. But like 10 years ago, I think he played college hockey, like North Dakota State or something like that, right? So they go into the stands, and thanks for the call, Biggs, and they bring a guy in street clothes, Corey, out of the stands.
An accountant, so he had on khakis.
Exactly. Yeah. They put him in a uniform, and they play him. And the guy stopped like 7 shots.
Yeah, but how did they know he was there?
Well, I don't know know all the specifics of it. All I know is that, like Whoopi Goldberg in that bad Knick basketball movie,
that was horrible
when she comes down and coaches the Knicks, like the fan of the day.
Might as well now.
Here's the thing I don't get: if you were playing baseball and all your pitchers have been used, do you go into the stands and find a guy that played college baseball who can pitch, or do you take one of your other baseball players and have that guy pitch?
Probably a better idea to take one of your baseball players because they understand it more. A catcher can normally pitch because he understands it.
Every year, every team at least once, they're getting blown out.
Yeah.
They'll bring their designated hitter, their right fielder will come in, and the guy will throw an inning, right?
He used to pitch in high school.
Whatever it is. They're baseball players. They can pitch, right? Yeah. In a football game, if your 2 cornerbacks get hurt, there's a chance your wide receiver might play cornerback.
He was all state in high school.
Whatever it might be, right? What I don't understand about hockey is the last guy on the bench, that guy has still been playing hockey since he's 3 years old. Is probably Canadian or European, and he knows how to play the sport. Why can't that guy put on hockey goalie gear and be your emergency goalie as opposed to an accountant 2 weeks before April 15th who hasn't played professional hockey in his entire life? Like, how does that happen?
I feel like you as the hockey manager should be able to say, hey, go down, look at the end of the bench and be like, hey, Isanojevic, get in there. We need you to play goaltender.
Something. Now, here's how it sounded by the Black Hawk announcers. Listen to this. So he's the number 1 star of the game. He stopped all 7 shots he faced. Now, if I'm that guy,
I want a contract.
First off, he gets a game check.
Yeah.
So that's probably $10,000, whatever the minimum is, right? Number 2, I want to start the next game.
I want a contract. I stood on my head. That's what the hockey guys say, right? Stand on your head. I stood on my head.
Right.
I helped bring home the W. I'm not sure if they won. I got the player of the day. I got a game check. Where's my agent? Let's start negotiating me becoming a member of the team.
I frankly think they owe it to the guy to bring him back for one more game.
I think
right?
so too. Why not?
Like, because what'd that guy do? He stopped 7 shots.
Yeah.
So he was more than competent.
He might be able to start for them now.
By the way, the final score of that game, they won the game 6-2.
All right.
So now Chicago, they've won a couple Stanley Cups, I think, in the last couple of
Like
years,
Hockey
right?
Town or something like that, right?
They're under 500 right now, and the season is they only got like 3-4 games left before the playoffs starts.
The Rangers going to be in the playoffs?
The Rangers are out of the playoffs.
It's not going to be a thing this year?
No,
when
thank
people
God.
pretend to like the Rangers?
Yeah, all of a sudden, like, hockey's irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
So Chicago, let me just check so I know what I'm talking about. Chicago has already been eliminated.
All right, it's over.
So why not end the season with a feel-good story? The accountant playing goalie.
All 3 games. Let him
The rest of the way.
Let him go home. Let him take it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Make himself about a little $50,000. You feel what I'm saying? I love it right there. Let's do that.
Like, that's what I would do. I'd let that guy play goalie the rest of the way.
Let him do it.
And then you option the rights to the guy's story.
Yep.
It becomes a Disney flick. In a small town in Chicago, a young man dreamt of playing in the NHL. He was an accountant by day, a street goalie by night.
I love it.
And then you do the thing like in that Kevin Durant movie when he touches the basketball and like Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
And they switch places. Bob Goldberg touched the magical puck and acquired the skills of Jonathan Tavis, or whatever that dude's name is. I don't know what that guy's name.
And then he takes his lanyard off. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And you see like it glows. It's like remember when Little Bow Wow was in a movie where he got Michael Jordan's powers?
Yes.
Because he put on the old Jordan kicks. All of a sudden, a 3'9" 9-year-old can dunk like MJ. Wow, wow, wow.
So
Little Dickie's singing Freaky Friday.
Jimmy Spinuncle takes his lanyard off and he goes into the locker room and he changes into the next big thing.
Exactly.
And the lanyard goes into the Hall of Fame because he no longer is a guy with khakis and a lanyard as
Boom.
an accountant.
And now he's a rock star Blackhawk goaltender.
And they win the Stanley Cup.
We just optioned the dude's life rights. That's what we did.
I think we
Here's
need to.
Justin in Connecticut on Carton and Friends. JJ, what's cooking, buddy?
Justin, what's cracking?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Chilling.
What is up?
What is up? Huge fan of the show. I didn't get to listen to your Sterling segment this morning, but I had a couple ideas on what I think our boy John Sterling should be utilizing with his home run call.
I think he needs it since he butchered some bad Italian phraseology and made it Romanian. So what do you got?
What even was that? I think he's got to play on the Mikey. I think he's got to use Mikey to his advantage.
Monkey?
No, Mikey.
Monkey? You just want him to say monkey? I don't know why that would be relevant in any capacity.
Then you said Mikey. You said Mikey.
Oh,
Mikey.
you said Mikey?
Like Mikey.
I thought you said
like
monkey.
Like his original name, Mikey. Or
I
maybe
got
that's
you.
his
How
second
about
name.
this?
I don't know.
How about that's a Stantonian blast, and Mikey likes it. How about that?
I'm not a fan of that.
Ooh, no.
I don't like
Even
that.
better.
What do you mean you don't like it?
Even
Don't
better.
like it.
How about John Sterling? Even better. How about, oh, Mikey, me likey.
I'm not feeling
I
that.
like that.
I'm not feeling that.
That goes back to the life cereal
But the
bit.
Mikey likey thing is like, we
No,
can
I
get
like
more
it.
creative than
Hold
that.
on, let's see how it sounds. Justin, give it to me like it's live.
Yankee at bat. Giancarlo. Non si può stopparlo.
Mikey likey.
No.
Mikey.
Mikey. I like of all the dramatic things, John. Mikey likey.
I thought it was a home run. Was it a home run? No, it hit the wall. I don't know.
Well, I got to tell you, Susan, I'm not even sure where that ball is right now, but I've had plenty of balls in my hands, as you have too, Susan.
His name
All right,
used to
Justin,
be
thanks,
Michael.
buddy.
Now he hits him out like a rifle. Oh, you would know? No?
Nah. I appreciate the attempt, though, but no good.
All right.
See, you didn't want to really take on where Justin was going. No, Mikey, likey. Like that. So you're not doing it in the spirit of how John Sterling sounds. Mikey, oh, likey. It's more like that. You see what I'm saying?
But still.
You feel what I'm saying, son?
Don't do that.
Here's Anthony in Long Island. Anthony, what do you got, kid?
Tony.
Hello.
Hello. What's up, babe?
Listen, before I get to my point, I gotta let you know these replacements at WFAN for Mike, they're horrible. I don't know Bart's good, but I don't know where the hell they got the other two from.
Well, listen, like I always say, audiences will determine the longevity of shows. If shows suck, The audience will tell you that they suck, and then they'll get replaced. If the audience likes them, they won't. So I'll tell you this. I can only control what I do. And that's all I'm going to do. So at the end of the day, if you prefer what we do over everything else on the radio between 9 and 1, and God knows how couldn't you, because most of it's train wreck, unlistenable, then we'll be just fine. And if not, they'll be just fine. I only worry about what we do. And there's so many things I now have to worry about that I didn't think I had to worry about to control in this small environment, from bed bugs to lice to Zubaz to Corey having his own phone, to Phil Jackson being with the Jackson 5, to Chrissy Bones doing 17 different things at once,
Nando
to
talking
Nando
Italian.
talking gibberish Italian.
I think it's real Italian.
I have no idea what's even going on right now, other than I'm sure 7 guys are flipping me the bird. That I feel pretty good about.
We got Ventura on the street right now trying to save his job.
Right?
Oh, boy.
Bedbug Boy is on the street right now. He's got to find 10 random people to say they love this show.
Yep.
How much time's left on that clock?
We got 30 minutes. Well, we started with 30. He got about 8 minutes that you got to get back up.
He's got to be in. Now, I'm going to give them time to edit it so
Yeah.
it's playable. He's got to be in the building, though, in under 30 minutes, or else he loses. Job over,
The thing
peace
about
out.
it is, I don't know if you noticed this, I can't keep a hold of this because I'm up here with you.
He just walked in.
Back. Oh, look at that.
All right, good.
I like Ventura.
So he's back.
He's
He
earning his
did it
keep.
in under 30 minutes. Let me talk to him real quick. Yeah. I want to find out exactly what we had here.
I wonder if he's breathing
By
heavy.
the way, the number to join the show is 844-843-6879. We're live on West 35th. There's a restaurant bar called Rock and Riley's inside the Renaissance Hotel. Come by, say hi, or
The
just give
people
us
that
a
work here,
a
like
lit.
the management staff or the restaurant
Yeah.
employees, like a lot of times when like the female waitresses and stuff, they try to chat me up and they see me talking with them, they would come and like run me from them. You feel what I'm saying?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Like
I
you're,
don't like
you're
that.
like you're a threat.
Like how like the cops would come run me off a corner.
Don't talk to that guy. He's bad news.
Yeah, so they was like, we're short staffed already, and we don't need nobody out on maternity leave.
All right, let me talk to Bedbug Boy. Is he there?
What's up?
Hey, did you get 10 people?
I got a little more than 10. I think 11.
Look at that. He got one for the road.
One for insurance.
How many? You got 11?
Yeah.
Did you know any of them?
No, not really.
Well, no.
What does it mean not
What
really?
does that
Some of
mean?
them from the building. I don't really know them.
How far did you have to go?
Did you leave the building?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Did you go to 8th Avenue or 7th?
I walked the block. I didn't go to walk on 7th or 8th. I walked up and down the block a little bit.
So you stayed on 35th.
Yes.
You went up to 7th and then turned around and came back?
Right.
Which is all of maybe 30 feet.
Right.
And did you go all the way to 8th or no?
No.
So you got more than 10 people just from the front door of the building making a right going to 7th, and that was a small area that you covered.
The bagel store by itself got 110
That's true.
people hanging out the door.
That's true.
And then you got people in the building.
Now let me ask you this. Did you eat any of the bagels that I provided this morning?
I did, and thank you for that. 2 days
I don't need it. Well, here's my concern. Did you put your hand into the bag where the bagels were to pull a bagel out?
I put my hand in. I took the very top bagel with just 2 fingers and pulled it out, so I didn't touch any other
Are you
bagel.
wearing a long sleeve shirt?
Yes, I am. But
So your sleeve, which could be infested with bugs, went into the bagel bag, correct?
That's incorrect because I pulled my sleeves up.
You did?
I did pull my sleeves up.
All
My
right,
sleeves are
I'm
up.
just making sure that you're worried about
I
your
trust
fellow
him.
employee.
I trust him.
Especially
he
the
wasn't
guy.
worried about us yesterday on the biggest day in the history of the company.
I was very worried. I kept saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe this happened on the first day of the show." So
Right.
I was worried about the show, as well as myself.
When did you go home yesterday?
I went home right after I got clothes.
See, that doesn't make
Not
sense.
that
to me.
worried about the
if
show
you
then.
put clean clothes on, why not just stay here and do your job?
But then I'm putting everybody else at risk because if I still have the bugs on me,
Fair enough.
you know.
Fair
then I
enough.
wanna spread it.
I think we can allow that.
Yeah.
Here's Anthony in the city on Carton and Friends. Anthony, good morning. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
What's up, kid?
Not much. So tell me, what do you think about Johnny Manziel? I think he's low risk for someone to pick up, like the Giants, as a backup to Eli. if they
Never
don't pick
happened.
quarterback
The
up.
Giants will never bring him in here. It's listen. As soon as the Patriots have a second and a third interview with a guy like Johnny Manziel, everyone now thinks maybe he can play. We got to take a look at him. There's still baggage that comes with him. Now, I am a believer that you can go to rehab and rehab works clearly. I don't know. Each person. I don't think there's any type of thing of cookie cutter rehab. But if he is living his life right, if he has conquered those demons, which by many accounts he has, I'm not opposed to a guy getting another chance. The question then becomes, is what's your expectation? Are you bringing Johnny Manziel in because you think he's going to help your team win games? Because if you have no plans to play him, you don't bring that negative attention to a franchise. And that's what it boils down to. There's maybe 6 teams in the NFL right now that could bring a Johnny Manziel in and not worry about the PR crap that's going to come with Johnny Manziel. The Patriots are clearly one of them. I'll give you who the other teams are and an update from Michelle right after this. Carton and Friends.
Do you love watching your fantasy players score a winning touchdown? Now imagine you actually got to call that touchdown play. The Fan Controlled Football League is putting play calling in the hands of fans with real professional football players running the action. Visit fcfl.io to learn more.
Join the family at Modell Sporting Goods. Visit your nearest Modell's and sign up for our MVP Rewards program to receive insider deals all year round. Earn points on every purchase when you use your MVP card to earn Modell's cash back. It's our way of thanking you for being a loyal customer. Upon signing up, receive 10% off your purchase and 15% off your next purchase. It's that simple. Plus, new MVPs this month are eligible to win a $500 Modell's gift card. When you gotta play more and pay less, you gotta go to Moe's.
Fantasy Baseball Hour with Al Melchior.
Greg Bird's going to have surgery to remove a broken spur from his right ankle, and so he's going to be out an estimated 6 to 8 weeks. So that is unfortunately a big blow to Greg Bird's value for this season. You're missing really minimum a quarter of the season. That to me is sort of the tipping point when you really do need this kind of player. When you're missing a quarter of the season or more, that's substantial, and that's the situation for Greg Bird.
Listen live on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
The sun can make your outdoor deck and patio space so hot and uncomfortable you can't use it. But now there's the Sunsetter Retractable Awning. A Sunsetter Retractable Awning opens and closes in just 60 seconds, and it keeps your patio about 20 degrees cooler. It provides instant shade and protection from the sun's harmful rays. You can get your Sunsetter for as little as $5.99 when you call now to get your special $200 discount certificate and free awning idea kit. You're going to love your Sunsetter Retractable Awning. Sunsetter awnings are assembled in America and guaranteed to last for years. So call 800-869-5446 now to get a free awning idea kit with DVD, plus your $200 Sunsetter discount certificate. This is a limited time offer, so call 800-869-5446 now. That's 800-869-5446 for your free awning idea kit with DVD and $200 discount certificate. There's no obligation, so call 800-869-5446 now.
Have you ever wanted to have a fantasy expert in the palm of your hand? Or better yet, in the pocket of your khakis? Well, check it out. Now you can. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Download it now to your phone, we promise. No weird viruses, no strange tracking things. Just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of pure fantasy knowledge dropping all over your head. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Stop being a weirdo and streaming it online. Get it on your phone. Take it with you everywhere you go.
All right, Carton and Friends, good to have you here. Number to join the show, 844-843-6879. Do you love watching your fantasy players score a winning touchdown? Now imagine you actually got to call that touchdown play. The Fan-Controlled Football League is putting play calling in the hands of fans with real professional football players running the action. From drafting rosters to voting on trades, the FCFL Fan is one part coach, one part GM, and one part owner. That's 3 parts. This is all done through the fan token. Fans earn fan tokens each time their vote yields a successful outcome. The more fan tokens a fan earns, the greater power is attributed to their future votes. Go to fcfl.io and you can take control. So that's that. Here's the deal. I want to, from time to time, let you see the things that you may have missed from show to show. And since Michelle is here and it's Good Friday, I thought, why not give you a little sample from yesterday's show before I get to today's update with Michelle. So we were talking about music yesterday, and it was amazing to me. Not just Michelle, Corey's lousy this too.
I didn't know Taylor Dane, son. That's it.
Never heard of Taylor Dane.
Nobody has.
Michelle never heard of the Four Tops. Neither one of them ever saw Shawshank.
No.
And I then said to Michelle, can you name 4 members of the Jackson 5? Now, this to me, I thought was a layup question for you. I didn't want to embarrass you or make you, feel bad about yourself.
Yeah.
And
It's all good.
you answered it as honestly as you possibly could. Take a listen to what happened yesterday when we asked Michelle if she could name 4 of the 5 members of the Jackson 5. Name 4 members of the Jackson 5.
Michael.
Michael, good.
Janet.
Oh my God. The Jackson 5. Janet was not in the Jackson 5. Janet was born a little after the Jackson boys began performing.
She's related.
Yeah,
She is related, correct.
Yeah, she is related, all right. Uh-huh.
All right, so Janet's
I'm
out.
so happy you're here.
Janet's out.
Yeah, Janet's out. Yes.
All right, so there's Michael. Is there like an Albert or something?
Yes, Albert.
Okay.
Albert Jackson, that's right. Yep, they called him AJ.
Okay.
That's right. Al Jackson, that's right.
Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Phil?
Phil
Jackson.
By the way, you are almost all the way home.
Yep.
Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
AJ, Al Jackson.
Okay.
Okay. Give me one more Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
That was a brother of Michael's, thus making the Jackson 5, because we all know Phil Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who then later in life, what did Phil Jackson do years after he left the Jackson 5?
Is it bad or good?
I don't know. You tell me. I thought Phil
Corey's
Jackson.
laughing.
I thought Phil Jackson was the one Jackson you weren't going to get. So I'm pleasantly surprised that you got Phil Jackson as a member of the Jackson 5.
I feel like it was something not that good, right?
You tell me.
No, something good. Okay.
You
I
could skip
don't
this if
know.
you like.
I
All
don't-
right.
yeah, I gotta
he
skip this
became
one.
the coach of the Knicks.
Oh, so okay, yeah.
Duh. I mean,
So
right
not that
there.
good, yeah.
He also was the coach of the Bulls.
Right. Yeah.
And won championships with what player?
Yeah.
After he left the Jackson 5.
After he left the Jackson 5, because it was a kid group.
Yeah.
Phil Jackson coached the Chicago Bulls at number 23.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
That's right. And then he came to the Knicks and screwed the whole thing up.
Yes.
Okay, so you have Phil Jackson. You have Al Jackson,
AJ.
who did nothing, I think, after the Jackson 5 that I know.
I don't remember him at all.
Although he may have been the guy driving, wasn't he driving OJ in the white Bronco?
I think that was Al Cowlin.
I think it was Al Jackson.
Oh,
actually.
might have been.
Yeah,
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was Al Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, go with it on me on that, Corey.
Okay.
All right, so Al Jackson drove OJ.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Jackson coached the Bulls and the Knicks. That's 2 of the Jackson
So you got
boys.
3 of the Jackson 5.
So
We
there's
need
You got
2 more.
there's 2 more Jackson
Two more
brothers.
Jacksons. Okay.
Yep. Do 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 da da. This is the kind of stuff that
give me
you
one more
you can't
chance.
prepare for or
Somebody
write.
really love him.
No.
You can't even see this coming. This just is like a gift from the radio
Man,
gods.
Never can.
Well, I'm happy I
say
got more than half of the
goodbye.
group.
I'm happy you got more than half the group too. The other
Okay.
2, I can't believe you got Phil Jackson. That's the one. No one ever gets Phil. I thought you would not get that, but there's 2 other Jacksons. But
Is it like Ben or something?
Ben Jackson.
yes.
Okay. And
Ben
then,
Jackson.
Oh my God, I'm smarter than I think.
There was
Almost
AJ
like Ben
and
Franklin.
BJ.
Yeah.
Now they went off. They did their own thing separate from the 5 later
Yeah.
in life, as you know.
Okay.
They went out as AJ and BJ.
Yes.
Ben Jackson, who's the oldest of the Jackson boys, and there's 1 Jackson left. You take as much time as you want. By the way, I got nothing but
Got a
time for
real
this.
big afro, this one. Real big
Yes.
afro.
See, I can remember what they look like. I just can't remember their names.
Well, you got 4 of the
Ken?
5. Was it?
Ken?
Nope, not Ken Jackson. Nope.
Does it start with a K?
I'm not going to answer that question. Not Ken Jackson, though. So let's just regroup. You had the Jackson 5. All right, they did Stop the Love You Save.
Yeah.
Stop the love. You
ABC,
say they
right?
ain't wrong.
It's easy. Yeah, I know that one.
As 1. Talking to the mic.
ABC, it's
Right.
easy as 1,
1, 2, 3.
Very
right?
good.
Stop the love you save may be your own. So you had Michael Jackson. We just go over again.
Yeah.
Give me the 4 Jackson brothers you have so far.
Michael, AJ, Phil,
And Ben.
and Ben.
And Phil Jackson left the Jackson 5 and did what?
Phil went became a coach.
Al Jackson left the Jackson 5 and did what?
Drove OJ in the Bronco.
He drove OJ in the white Bronco.
Yeah.
BJ or Ben Jackson left the Jackson 5 and he did what?
What was it? More music?
I think he just sang more.
Yeah, sang
Right, so
more.
forget about him.
Okay.
Who was the last of the Jackson 5?
Well, Mike.
You already have Michael.
We
You
already
have Michael, you have Phil, you have Al and Ben.
I don't know. I don't know the last one.
The last one is tough.
There's one
big old afro.
Big afro.
Big afro.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
You need to think about it. You'll get this one. This is of all the Jacksons, this is the easiest one. You can get it. Definitely get it. I know you can do it. There's no doubt about it. You can do it. I want you to just think about it, and you can get it. Okay? Yes. Mark Jackson.
There you go. Mark
Jackson.
Mark Action Jackson.
And Mark Jackson, after the Jackson 5, went to
What
St.
does it
John,
say?
Okay.
where he played with
Not
Chris
telling you.
Mullen.
Okay,
I like it better this way.
You can kill
Don't
the
you,
audio
Corey?
for a second. Michelle has taken a piece of duct tape and taped over my mouth, and she's written something on it.
I have.
What does it say? I can't. You want to get a close up of it? 'Cause I can't.
It says never shut up.
Just like that.
I like it better this way, Corey. Do you?
This is a better show for you guys.
We need him to talk.
This is good. This works for you guys.
No, we need him to talk. We need him to talk.
No. You ain't taking it off. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
There you go. Very good. Well, listen, that was just one of the highlights from yesterday's show.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's how we finished it yesterday.
That's how the show ended.
Yes.
I assume you got some phone calls on that and some.
I did. It was a big hit. I put it on my Instagram.
So you went with it.
I did. Oh, I went with it.
Nice.
It was great.
Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson 5. All right, Michelle's got the update. The number for you to join the show, 844-843-6879. And part of her update includes the very first guy to step up to the plate for the 2018 season and how that went. So let's see what you got.
Okay. So no real surprise here, but the newly acquired New York Yankee, Giancarlo Stanton, hit a 2-run homer in his first at-bat, not at Yankee Stadium, in Toronto.
That's what I'm talking about.
He was running through the 6 hitting homers.
Every hour, it gets better.
By the time we get to July, we are going to have like the best updates in the business.
Yes, we are.
Right? I can
Yes.
tell you that. All right, go ahead. What else?
So that was his first of 2 homers for the night.
That's right. So how many home runs does he have on the year now?
2.
This is like
2 is correct.
This is called PTSD on display. That's all it is. So I want to go to the other game, the Marlins game.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Derek Jeter-owned Marlins. They opened up the season yesterday. It was just after 12 o'clock. And a guy named Ian Happ is up. And here's how it sounded.
To Happ. And a drive to right. Go, baby. What were you saying, JD?
Yes, sir.
Good. Oh, baby.
Oh, my. Ian Happ drilling the first pitch of the season into the seats in right. Now, that's the way to raise a curtain right there.
That's how you start a season.
Yeah.
First pitch of the year, and Happ goes yard.
That lets you know that it's probably going to be an uptick in home runs this year. A lot of bullpens collapsed yesterday, too, so I think we're going to see a lot of scoring in Major League Baseball
Just
this
like a
year.
year ago. But they said last year, they thought at least, that the baseballs, the stitching on the baseball was tighter.
Wound
and by
tighter.
making it tighter, it did something to the aerodynamics of the ball, and that's why there were more home runs.
Yeah.
Which, I accept that. You know, David Cohen was telling people a year ago that, you know, he had a baseball, and he showed that, you know, the results of when those laces are, what are the stitching, whatever it is on the ball, is tighter, why it would cause the ball to fly more. I don't get it. I assume you don't understand it. I assume you don't understand
No,
it.
actually, I can break it down.
No, you can't.
No, this is true.
The physics of the laces.
You
Gotta break it down. The physics of the laces.
Listen now, this is what happens. You
Go ahead.
you tighten the laces inside the ball, right? So that means the speed that the ball comes at is faster. The rotation of it puts it more in play, and then it's easier to hit because you can see it.
It doesn't
better,
make it any
and
easier
then it
to hit.
travels farther.
The question
too.
is, why does the ball go farther?
It travels farther because it's wound tighter. You feel what I'm saying?
No,
and it can shoot through the air at a more aerodynamic trajectory.
I do kind of get what you're saying.
You do.
I kind of makes sense a little.
It makes absolute sense.
No, it doesn't. He's talking out of his ass. That makes sense to you?
That actually does make
The fact
sense.
that you guys are on the same plane is all I need to know. I'm going to just sit over here and be the smart guy. Trajectory, balls. Are you bartending tonight?
I am.
Nice. Everyone should go check out Michelle.
Yes.
Texas, Arizona.
I got to get them to start buying some commercials, though.
Oh, yeah, they will.
You tell them right now. I ain't mentioning it again without some commercials and wings. They got wings over there?
We got wings over there.
They do
They're very
chicken
good.
quesadillas?
Chicken quesadillas, yes.
Do they do chicken quesadillas here?
I think they do.
I ordered one from the Brazilian gal yesterday, and she laughed at me.
I don't think they may not have quesadillas.
I said,
here.
"Can I have an order of the sticky wings, the buffalo wings?" And she goes, "Uh-huh." And I go into chicken quesadilla. She goes, and it never.
They have those spring rolls here. That are really good.
It never showed up. I never got my my. Hey Nando, how do you say in Italian chicken quesadilla? And if you say pollo, we're done.
That's wrong. That's wrong language.
That ain't Italian for chicken. What's Italian for chicken?
Polo.
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 It's the same one? Polo?
Polo, yeah.
Like
But you don't
Marco
roll the
Polo?
L's.
Pollo in Spanish,
Two
though.
L's, but you don't roll them.
You don't roll the double L in Italian, only in Spanish?
Yeah.
Polo, yeah.
How does it sound in Spanish?
Pollo.
Pollo.
Pollo, like a Y.
Pollo.
Pollo.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same, though. There's different levels of Spanish.
Yeah,
there's
there is.
There's Mexican Spanish, there's Spain Spanish, there's Bronx Spanish.
Different Spanish in the
All
Bronx.
different like dialects of
Yeah.
Spanish. Because I was in Spain once, and we were looking for, do you know what the Rock of Gibraltar is?
I don't either, but the fact that she's looking at you like, why would you ask me that?
Have you ever heard of the Rock of Gibraltar?
No.
No, all right, so let me.
I've heard of it.
This will be good. So I'm going to be like a teacher here in the show, obviously. So the Rock of Gibraltar it's almost like an island,
Okay.
but it's in Spain.
Okay.
But the weird thing about it is that the British Empire owns the land.
Okay.
It would be like France having ownership of Staten Island
Okay.
for no reason, right?
All right.
And there are apes on the Rock of Gibraltar.
Okay.
I believe they're called the Barbary apes.
Okay.
And the way the whole thing was structured is that when all the apes are dead, Spain gets the ownership of the rock back.
Okay.
The apes are not going to die because what do apes like to do?
They like to eat.
That's one of the things they like to do.
Why else would the apes never die? Because apes like to do what? Other than eat.
Oh,
How do they keep the
apehood going?
The apehood going.
Oh, reproduce?
Reproduce.
Okay.
Apes get busy
Yeah.
like Staten Island whores. Okay? All right?
Apes thoughts too.
Like rabbits. All they do is bang, 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 and then they grab your food
I did not know that.
and they go
Okay.
banging.
Yeah.
So the way it was set up on the Rock of Gibraltar, which no joke,
Rock of
it's
Gibraltar,
like
okay.
it's like a volcano sticking up from the ground in the middle of Spain. All right? But British Empire controls it. So we're trying to find the Rock of Gibraltar, which would be like coming to New York City and being, let's say, on 35th Street and saying to somebody, where is the Empire State Building? It's a block from here, right? So we can't find the Rock of Gibraltar. We don't know where the hell. We're in Spain. We don't know where we are, right?
Yeah.
I see a road crew.
Yeah.
I pull over to the side. Now I can speak Spanish, all right? About as well as Nando speaks Italian. Enough to get by, okay? But I don't know how in Spanish to say Rock of Gibraltar. So I say to the guy, Donde está Rock of Gibraltar? Where is the Rock of Gibraltar? And the guy goes, Yo no sé, meaning I don't know.
Yeah.
All right? So then I do what everyone does. For some reason, you talk slower and louder. So I go, Rock of Gibraltar. He goes, Yo no sé. All right? But then a buddy of mine recognizes that the dialect of Spanish in Spain is different than the five boroughs or Mexico.
Right.
So he goes,
I didn't know that.
The G in Spain is a soft G, not a hard G. So instead of Gibraltar, it would be Gibraltar. So I say to the guy, you know where the Rock of Gibraltar is? He goes, yeah, it's right over there.
Yeah, it's right there. You're looking at it, buddy.
Yeah, but that's the Rock of Gibraltar.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of monkeys or apes on the rock. But what's weird is that you're in Spain. So what language do they speak in Spain?
Spanish.
Bingo. And then all of a sudden you take one step from here to there and they all got British accents.
How does that happen?
Because the Brits own it.
They colonized.
Yeah, it's like their piece of Spain.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I don't believe the ape part.
I want to see the apes.
What part of it don't you believe?
The apes took over the rock.
No, they didn't take it over. Part of the deal was when the Barbary apes are extinct, you get the land back.
You get the land back.
I'm not making that
And
up.
it will never happen because they reproduce all the time.
They're constantly
Right. It's never going to go. You're never going to own it. In other
apes
words.
stay pregnant. You feel what I'm saying?
Apes stay pregnant. Speaking of apes, did you used to go to Six Flags Great Adventure as a kid?
Yes.
Did you ever go through the safari there?
Oh my goodness, we did that a couple
Now
times.
they shut down part of the safari because a bunch of a-holes would lower their windows and let the baboons in.
Yeah.
And what does a baboon do inside your car? He F's you up.
Yeah.
Right? And they got them. They got those
As
hemorrhoid
most wild
asses and
animals,
whatnot.
yeah.
So there's video out there which I'm going to show you guys coming up, and a story of a guy minding his own business, driving through a safari. Lowers his back windows because he wants to really feel the safari, which is a total moronic move.
Yeah, it is.
And an animal comes
would never
into the
do
car.
that. Yeah.
Wait to hear what happened next. It's Carton and Friends, more opening day baseball. We got some hoops and we got some NFL draft stuff right after this.
Steiner Sports is the leading memorabilia provider for the New York Yankees, Rangers, Giants, Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. Featuring hundreds of items from your favorite athletes, Steiner Sports is your source for the best sports gifts. Go to steinersports.com/box and shop our collection of memorabilia boxes, which include 10 gifts for the price of one. We've made one for each of your favorite teams. Hurry, supplies are limited, and these are some of the best deals we have ever offered. So go to steinersports.com/box today.
We're talking trash.
Sweet, sweet trash.
How many minutes of porn per week do you watch?
When I was in my 20s, I would say probably like a good 10 to 15 hours a week, but now it's maybe like an hour a week.
But what is the reason for the reduction?
I don't have the time and I don't have the need. When you're actually getting it for real, you don't need the porn.
If you do have the porn, you have more stamina with women for real.
Is 10 to 15 hours a bit aggressive?
I was very aggressive on it, yeah.
Aggressive on what exactly? Listen live on the FNTSY Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
Have you written a book and want to get it published? Then call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 immediately. That's 800-955-3793. Page Publishing is looking for authors of all types of books. And unlike most publishers, Page Publishing will take the time to review each and every book submitted to them and give you their feedback. If they like what they read, they'll get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, the Apple iTunes Store, Barnes & Noble, and other outlets. They handle everything: editing, cover design, copyright protection, printing, publicity, and distribution. So if you've written a novel, children's book, cookbook, inspirational work, poetry, or a biography and want to get it published, then you need to call Page Publishing and do it immediately. Call 800-955-3793 now for your free author submission kit. Again, for your free author submission kit, call 800-955-3793. That's 800-955-3793. Your road to fame and fortune could very well start with this simple phone call. Call Page Publishing at 800-955-3793 for your free author submission kit.
Down, 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 down. It's Carton and Friends, 844-843-6879. You know, we've been having a lot of fun at Michelle's expense here, but there are members of the company hierarchy and personnel that think it's not fair that we focus that embarrassing light only on Michelle when we should be focusing it on Corey as well.
I can handle it.
You can handle it.
I can handle it.
So here's, I'm not going to tell you who sent this in, but I'm going to tell you that somebody sent it in.
All right.
And said, Corey knows absolutely nothing about rock and roll. I once asked him to name the 4 Beatles, and he couldn't.
Now listen, and hello to Scott Angle. Now let me tell you this now. And I knew this was last night. I was like, somebody's going to tell about this Beatles story. How much Beatles do you think I listen to? Honestly speaking,
Doesn't matter. You're iconic.
How many Beatles do you think I listen to?
You know a couple Beatles songs, for sure.
A couple jams, but some of those rock and roll dudes, they all were like kind of the same to me. You feel what I'm saying? What? So we don't really have to get into this right now. I think.
All right, so name the 4 Beatles.
All right, so here we go. We got John Lennon.
Right.
We got Paul McCartney.
2.
I don't know the last 2.
Ringo Starr.
Oh, thank you, Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr, give me some right there,
Yeah.
Michelle.
All right.
And who is the fourth one?
The fourth Beatle.
Neither one of you know.
The fourth Beatle is I don't know who the fourth Beatle is either. I can take I can take a hammering behind this, but we've been through this already with the fourth Beatle.
Can you back up 7 seconds? You were about to say you could take something else.
I can take
what?
I can take people laughing at me.
No,
about
you were
this.
about to say that you could take a pounding.
I did not say no.
I think that's where you were going.
No, but you did not hear that come out of my mouth.
But you started there.
But there's no clip, there's no audio that will have me saying I can take a blanking.
A what?
A blanking. Not going to have that.
You could say that you were taking a what?
I'm not going to repeat me saying I can take a blanking so that can be isolated and played over and over again. You feel what I'm saying?
Now that out of context, what was the word though?
Out of context, I was going to say pounding.
Okay, Chris, edit it together and have it for me in about 10 seconds, will you please? Do you know who the lead singer of Led Zeppelin was?
The lead singer of Morrison, right?
No.
See?
There you go. All right. So I know who the lead singer of Led Zeppelin is.
Who's the lead singer of U2?
The lead singer of U2 is British dude. Bono, something like that.
All right, there you go.
You see what I'm saying?
There you go.
But this is not my genre of music.
Yeah, but there's some groups and some things you should know just from living.
Yeah, like the
like
Jackson
the four,
5
like the four Beatles, the Jackson 5.
True.
Like you should know Tito and Jermaine and not Phil.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
So nice one by Scott.
Yeah, Scott Angle jumped right in and said, it's not fair that you're picking on Michelle. That Corey once said that Ozzy Osbourne was one of the Beatles.
Now, I did that as satire. That was satire.
Well, I wasn't here for it, so I can't say I did.
satire.
Hey, guys in the studio, where's Bug Boy, and where are my 10 or 11 people on the street answering the question thing? It took you guys longer to edit it than it took Bug Boy to get it.
Bug Boy.
So if you want to have Bug Boy come up here when it's ready, that'd be fantastic. In the meantime, Michelle's going to finish the update. Go ahead.
Okay, so Mets' Noah Syndergaard kicked off the season with 10 strikeouts, didn't walk anyone, for a 9-4 win over the Cardinals
There
on
you go.
Thursday.
All right, very good. Mets, of course, have a great opening day record, as Governor Christie enumerated yesterday. Now, Governor Christie's funny. He didn't tell you that he was sitting in a Wilpon box yesterday.
Oh, that's his. So every time he go to the stadium, he sit in the owner's box.
Well, before he was governor, no.
Yeah.
He had season tickets. He paid out of his own pocket. Then when he became governor, he didn't buy season tickets, and he was always invited as a guest.
Yeah.
It's
a good look.
And now he's no longer governor, but he has a fantastic relationship with Fred and Jeff Wilpon, so I'm sure they invited him.
Yeah.
And he took a picture with Rachel Robinson, who goes to every Met opening day.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yep, as at least the last 5 or 6 for sure.
I've seen her recently. She looks very good.
She's almost
for
100 years old.
My sister is an alumni of the Jackie Robinson Foundation.
Is that right?
Yep.
So, so like I said, Rachel Robinson's my cousin's godmother. And my uncle was Jackie's best friend. And they started the Jackie Robinson Foundation, which has put, I don't want to exaggerate it, but well over 100 kids have had scholarships like your cousin.
My sister.
Your sister, excuse me, I apologize.
University of North Carolina through the help
It's
of
a
the
wonderful
Jackie
foundation, and she may not have gone to that school without their help, right?
Yeah.
Probably we would have figured it out. We would have figured it out.
She would have
You know
gone to
what I'm saying?
college, but they made it a lot easier.
No doubt about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
great. And the museum's going to open up, I guess, by the end of this year.
Gotta be fun. That's
which would
news
be
to me, the
fantastic.
museum.
Yeah. So, all right, what else you got? Well, give me one more story. Give me something that makes me feel good and warm and fuzzy on the inside.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, there's no Tim Tebow update. Sorry.
No Tim Tebow updates?
No.
All right, give me something else that makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside.
Ian Happ homered in the first home.
Nah, that doesn't do it for me. I don't feel warm and fuzzy about Ian Happ.
What about George Springer?
What about him?
What about him?
He was the first player ever in MLB history to homer on opening day in back-to-back seasons.
I thought Bryce Harper did that.
That's not bad. That doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Give me a non-baseball story that makes me feel warm and fuzzy.
Well, I mean, this is to my dismay.
Like I got Fireball and Coke in front of me.
This will maybe make you happy.
Go
well,
ahead.
It's I don't know.
Go ahead.
Back to my boy Joel Embiid.
That's your boy.
So the injury from the other night. Initially, they had said that he was ruled out for a concussion.
Right.
And that he just had a facial contusion.
That's when Markelle Fultz bumped into him. He got a little shoulder to the grill. And we didn't know what it was other than a contusion. Now what is it?
Now it was reported he does have a concussion and will need surgery to repair an orbital fracture.
I had that surgery.
Oh, you did? So
I had my left orbital bone. I think it's called like a mesozygote or something. Was shattered, depressed fracture. It playing softball, and they go in through your mouth. They got to pop that cheekbone back. I have 6 titanium plates behind my eyeball.
How'd you do that?
Playing softball.
Oh, wow.
Ball hitting the gap, and I got on the horse, and I was fast as lightning back in the day. We're playing in Jamaica, Queens.
All right.
And I hate to say this, but this is pregame. This is dudes who are just hitting, batting practice.
Oh, my God.
Ball in the gap. Boom, boom, boom. Like,
Did you used to
muscles
not
are
get
going,
out of breath then?
Dude's coming the other way. He goes up to catch it, and the natural motion to catch the ball, he comes up like this. So his elbow comes up. And it was, as soon as the elbow came up, caught me flush in the eye.
What I don't understand.
Dude, I nat moored, I helicoptered, boom, I go down. And I was like, and I went to see if I had blood, if my nose got hit. I didn't feel any blood coming out, and dudes are like, yo, you got to go to the hospital. I go, no, I'll be all right. And it shattered my cheekbone.
Now, why? That's what I don't understand. Weekend Warriors in the pregame, playing hero ball. Why are Weekend Warriors going hard on a softball field in Jamaica, Queens? And during the game, why are you going hard? But in pregame, you're going that hard in pregame to the face where you break your eye bone? What are you doing?
Corey,
Weekend Warriors, relax.
There's only one way to play the game. That's the right way.
No.
I go all out all day.
You live to play another game.
I wind up going to Jamaica Hospital.
No doubt.
Not a good place for people to be.
Shout out to Jamaica, Queens.
It is not the hospital you want to be at for emergency care. I come in. I obviously have a concussion of some kind. I got a depressed fracture. My eyeball is all shattered up. It's pretty nasty, right? Boom. And they bring me into the ER. And the dude next to me is handcuffed to his bed. And I'm like, what's up, man? He goes, and it's just me and him.
Yeah.
So you got to make conversation, right? Or else you're being rude.
Right.
And cuz is cuffed. And he goes, I don't care what they say. I never touched her.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
And all of a sudden, a woman comes in. That MFer stabbed me 3 times.
Ross.
So I go to the ER doctor. I go, how do I leave here? And he goes, well, you have to sign out against medical advice. It's called AMA. I go, give me the form. I'm going to Sinai.
What are you doing about your
I go, I'll figure it out. And I got in a taxi cab at the Jamaica Queens Hospital.
Yep.
I told the taxi driver, take me to Mount Sinai.
Yep.
You know what kind of ride that is?
That's a long ride,
With
Queens.
a shattered cheekbone and a concussion.
No doubt.
It was like a $240 taxi ride from one hospital to the other.
It wasn't that much, Craig.
No, it was.
It was probably about an $80 taxi ride.
It's like $240.
No, it's like an $80 taxi ride.
Inflation.
I've done the ride before.
You've gone from Jamaica Hospital to Mount Sinai?
Mount Sinai's on the east side of Harlem.
I know.
I'm familiar with this neighborhood. It's not $240.
It's like $240.
It's an $80 ride, Craig.
It
so
may have been
you're
a gypsy cab.
You're
It may have been a gypsy cab.
Even in
That would be like to take you to Delaware.
In a meter cab. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like $240.
In the meter cab is like 89, 80,
Yes.
90. And a gypsy is like 75, 80.
What about tip?
You got to, but it's not going to be. You're not going to drop a $150 tip, are you?
I had a concussion.
But no, that's true too. You were concussed, but I don't think you were that bad though. It's not a 240 trip, Craig. I think you're exaggerating the story.
Here's Kevin in Rockland County. Kevin, you're on Carton and Friends. What's cooking,
Kevin,
buddy?
Craig's exaggerating this morning.
What's up?
What's up, Craigie?
It's all good, kid. What's up with you?
Hey, I got one. I got a point to make.
Yeah.
There's a free agent out there that'll put the Mets over the top. His name is Inge. You like
Yes, I love Inge. You Inge? Inge?
Yes.
Yeah. You like
love
Inge,
it.
Corey?
Who's Inge?
No,
Everybody
him
likes Inge.
dating
Yes, I'd say if the New York Mets could sign Inge, they'd probably win the World Series this year, Kev.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm the one who sent you the jersey back in the day.
Oh, you're the man. Yeah, Mike Francesa once went on this thing where he said, I like Inge about 47 times in 2 minutes. So for about 3 years, every time anyone asked us about baseball, we would say, we like Inge. You like Inge? I like Inge.
I like Inge.
I like Inge. Inge is good. I like Inge. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. Tell your friends, 844-843-6879. That's the number to play. We had a problem last night trying to play Fortnite. Me and my man Bamtino24 were trying to rock out a little duo game. And the servers must have been whacked because for 20 minutes, couldn't log in to play Fortnite last night.
It must be too many people was logging on.
So I
last
got
night.
my fix this morning here. I played some Fortnite. I came in 6th.
That quick.
But dude sniped me from like 100 meters away.
Oh, boy. It's tough.
Yeah. And it was weird because that camera's in the way, that I'm sitting on this. There's a, I guess you call that a bench?
I don't know what it is, son. It was here when I got
I think
here.
it's a table.
So, hold on, I got to show you this.
Oh, boy.
Because I know we went shopping at Old Navy yesterday to get Bug Boy some clothes, but it's amazing sometimes what companies will spend frivolously.
Yeah.
All right? So just give me 1 second here, right?
All right, so there you go. Craig is walking over to this table over here.
Which he thinks is a seat.
That is supposed to be a deer. And he's going to bring the table back over to the main broadcast set. Now, this is very dangerous, as Mike Cardano is very nervous right now as he is sitting the deer-shaped table up on our glass desk over here inside Studio 34. This is a play-by-play. This is a
$900
Now here we go
table.
right here. This is tough.
This is a $900 table. Now, Mike bought it because someone convinced him that it was
like deer horns. Made.
No, that it was actually that it was what happens when you fossilized?
Okay.
A fossil. Someone told Mike that this table was the fossilization of a dead deer.
I think they saw Mike coming.
You think? So he dropped $900 on this fossilized deer table. Okay? Now, I'm a woodworker. Okay?
Wait a minute. Hold up. When were you in the wood industry?
Ever since I resigned from the fan, I had nothing to do.
So the last 6 months, you became a wood expert.
I'm a wood guy.
Okay.
I built stuff out of wood.
I didn't know
Matter
this.
of fact, I made you a cheese board.
All right, I'm nice. That's
And you
cool.
too.
I appreciate that.
I'm bringing them in on Monday.
Bring them in on Monday.
I chopped the tree down.
All right.
Well, to be fair, the tree fell down.
Okay.
During the storm.
All right.
I chainsawed that bitch.
Okay,
Boom,
bam,
boom,
bam,
boom,
bam.
boom, boom. I planed it. I sanded it. I carved your names into it.
Oh, this is lovely. Now, when did you do this? Because you didn't really meet us to like you met Michelle like a week and a half ago.
I did it last weekend.
No, it was last weekend.
I knew I was going to make something out of the tree.
While the NCAA tournament was going on.
Yes, and then once I figured that you guys were on the crew, I was going to have some kind of crew. It turned out to be you guys.
All right.
I thought a welcoming gift would be something I made from the heart, something handmade.
Okay.
Sentimental.
This piece of crap that's sitting in front of me, first off, it's not a fossilized deer.
How do you know this?
Because it's wood.
Yeah,
it ain't fossilized anything. Or it's not petrified neither. It's a piece of wood that some guy carved out with a jigsaw and then polyurethaned it and found some sucker who thought it might be a petrified fossilized deer.
And he gave him $900 for it.
Yeah.
And then he took $900 for it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Meanwhile, it's a low table. So you can't be a normal sized human being and sit next to it.
It's for show.
And put your drink on it and have a conversation.
It's for show because it's fossilized. You see what I'm saying? That's for show.
His wallet is fossilized.
Hey, Craig, everybody down here wants you to make them a deer this weekend with the 80-foot tree that fell in your backyard.
By the way, I could replicate this table this weekend. Without a
while
problem.
the Final Four is going on.
Yeah, we're going to get to the Final Four next hour, but I could make this table.
All right.
It would take me like 2 hours.
Okay.
But here's the thing about it.
You learned a lot in 6 months.
Not only is it not a deer, it's not even the shape of a deer.
No, it's
anything, it's a rabbit.
It's a way you got to turn it and look at it, and then you can see the deer-like aspects of it. You feel what I'm saying?
That's like a fat girl looking in the mirror. If I look this way, maybe guys will like me. Meanwhile, you got saddlebags hanging out. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Meanwhile, listen, I'm going to flip this. Look, these legs are put on haphazardly. Hold on, look at this.
So take that down. So Craig is now.
Oh, yeah.
Craig is now. Now it looks like a turtle. It looks like a turtle now. If you come over this direction over here, it looks like a tortoise right now. So it's a deer/tortoise. Maybe that's why
it looks like a rabbit.
Mike gave $900 for the joint because it's a deer and a tortoise.
All I know is they gave me a hard time for expensing a plate of wings.
Yeah. But wings here is crazy.
He spent $900 on a small wooden table that doesn't look like a deer.
But it's a deer/tortoise.
And by the way, it's heavy as hell, too.
It is.
It looks it.
If this were bigger and wider,
Yeah.
it'd be a nice piece.
We can get Ventura to come upstairs and take it and put it back where it was at.
I'm going to destroy it next week on the show.
Don't do that.
I am. I'm bringing my chainsaw in. Glenn's in Long Island on Carton and Friends. Glenn, what do you got? Hello. What's up, kid?
Craig, just wanted to call and say congrats on the show. I caught the rerun yesterday. I'm listening today for work. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
I'll bring in my chainsaw next week if you need a hand. I just expect one of those deer tortoise concussions you're making, though.
Yeah, no problem. Monday I'm coming in with cheese plates, just round cheese plates. But then after that, I will see if I can't replicate the fake deer tortoise table, and I'll present it to Mike and ask for $900.
No, that's not a bad idea.
The number to join the show, 844-843-6879.
I feel like it has a crotch, too. If you look over this way, the way it's leaning right now, it looks like it has a crotch.
I know. Did it hit on Michelle? Coming up, Final Four. We'll give you picks on the game, and I'll see if I can't get one of my buddies who's a college basketball expert to join the show to break down some of the Final Four for you as well. It's Carton and Friends. The number for you to join the show, 844-843-6879. Because Iggy is, well, according to a lot of NBA players, she's easy. I don't know if that's factual or not, but I'm just telling you that's what some of the guys say. It's Carton and Friends, Fantasy Sports Network, iHeart app, and much more.
Does your fantasy team suck? Maybe you need us, the Fantasy Sports Radio Network, the only free 24/7 Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Fantasy Sports Radio Network. News update.
In the NBA, Joel Embiid will undergo surgery to repair an orbital fracture in his left eye. The 76ers have yet to discuss a timetable for his potential return. Kevin Love is listed as questionable for Friday's game versus New Orleans. Love was placed in the NBA's concussion protocol on Wednesday. And ESPN is reporting Cleveland Cavaliers coach Ty Lue is planning to rejoin the team as an observer against the New Orleans Pelicans on Friday. In baseball, 9 games on tap tonight. The defending World Series champs send Dallas Keuchel to the mound to take on Doug Fister and the Texas Rangers. Giancarlo Stanton looks to build on his 2-home run opening day performance as the Yankees go up against Aaron Sanchez and the Toronto Blue Jays. And in the NFL, some seeming frustration from Le'Veon Bell. The star running back tweeted out, "It's so hard to be a hero in a city that paints you out to be the villain on Friday morning." An apparent response to a lack of dialogue with the Steelers. I'm Dan Strafford, and this has been your Fantasy Sports Radio Network News Update.
Stay tuned to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network for more updates at the top of every hour.
Calling all drivers. Want a career that will take you places? Then Coach USA and Megabus is the place for you. Coach USA and Megabus, leaders in the local and intercity bus transportation industry, are looking for career-minded, conscientious drivers with a valid CDL Class A or B license with passenger endorsement. They offer paid training, competitive salary, and many benefits. Apply now and start driving to a better future. Visit CoachUSA.jobs. That's CoachUSA.jobs.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
Scout Fantasy Sports.
Where do you think you stack up with the rest of the league? You think this is a competitive team that can win the league?
I haven't compared it to the rest of the teams in the league. I think there's 13 other teams that could play, and then there's you.
Oh, you are going to regret the day you made that statement. I know you record everything, and I know you're selective in the sound bites you keep, but I want you to keep that one because come September, hopefully this discussion will make you look bad.
Weekdays on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network and on popular podcast providers.
Be sure to check out BSO Live with me, Robert Littal, on all of your popular podcasting sites, as well as blacksportsonline.com. We're going to be talking about the things that nobody else is talking about. Well, everybody's talking about, but not like me. Sports, entertainment, culture, video games, comic books. We have it all. So be sure to check out BSO Live on all of the podcasting sites at blacksportsonline.com.
You're listening to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Tell your friends, tell your friends.
And that, my friends, is called
Carton and Friends.
Here every day from 9 to 1.
Oh, hello, friends.
I love doing this show already. There's going to be so many amazing moments that are just going through my head right now.
Friends, if I may have your attention.
I'm so happy you're here. Tell your friends. Tell your friends.
Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Halfway through it. It is Good Friday, by the way. Banana. We got Michelle here. Corey's here. How things going on the stream, Chrissy Bones? I'm getting word that people are having a tough time on the stream right now, YouTubing it and stuff.
We're good to go. It was a rough start.
All right.
Some bugs got into the system.
Got it. Speaking of bugs in the system, we have Big Mike on the phone on Carton and Friends. Wanted to, I guess, defend his crazy expenditures of company money. Mike, what do you got, buddy?
You know, Craigie, that's actually a family heirloom. Be careful with the deer. That deer comes from I don't know how many. That's got to be really, really old.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one this weekend.
Well, you don't think it looks like a deer?
No, it looks like a rabbit.
It's even got a private part if you turn it.
Like what I'm trying to think of.
I thought I saw a crotch.
Like what was the? Were you drunk?
It actually wasn't mine originally. It came from. It was actually when I got married. It was my wife's aunt, and she had brought it over from I think Venice or somewhere. And that's where it started.
Some gypsy got over on somebody, but whoever dropped $900 on it, I'm just going to do it to prove a point. I'm going to make one of those in the next week, and I'm going to present it to you. And you don't have to give me any cash, just the acknowledgement that somebody in the Cardano family got had. That's all.
Well, I don't know. That thing's been around for a long time. I probably think it wouldn't. It has dawned on me to go to the flea market and sell it a couple times.
Well, it's too heavy though. The thing's got to weigh 75 pounds. It's not tall enough to be a good table next to a chair. It's weird. You can't put more than like 2 drinks on it. I'm just gonna destroy it and be done with it. That way, it's not an eyesore anymore.
You're going to have to answer to relatives. I got relatives texting me right now. What's he doing with our table?
I'm going to destroy. I'm going to do is if I could drop it from the roof of the building, I would, but you can't do that kind of stuff here anymore. So I'm going to come in with my chainsaw on Monday, and I'm just going to chop it up, and then maybe like Brandon Steiner, we can sell it off, one little piece at a time, and make it like some profit on it for the show.
Well, if we have sawdust out of it, maybe we could do something about the bugs downstairs. By the way, I didn't know he was flicking the bugs all over the place.
All over. I mean, he's flicking bugs left and right. When I was in there, I go, "What are you doing, dude?" He goes, "I got bugs all over me." I go, "Well, why? Their office space is 9 guys in about an 8 by 8 foot room. He's flicking bugs. Guess what? Those bugs are landing on other people."
Oh, that's crazy. Have you decided to keep him or let him go?
Well, I don't know. Apparently, that's why YouTube kicked us off yesterday because we had bugs in the stream. So hopefully that's getting fixed by Monday.
Oh, I'm looking at this table right now here on the stream. It's a thing of beauty. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, I got emails. I'm getting emails. Roto Experts not working. FNTSY Sports Network not working. Twitch.tv/Fantasy Sports Network not working. Not working. I know I'm working. I know Corey and Michelle are working.
I'm here.
It'd be nice if all the technology worked. That's all.
We're working on it.
All right, I know you are. Mike just got a taste of what it's like to have his balls busted, like Michelle has, and like Corey has. Doug Gottlieb's going to join us here as we get ready for the Final Four. It almost seems, Corey, you tell me if I'm wrong, opening day baseball. See, here's where the scheduling got messed up for me.
This is crazy.
Normally, it would go Final Four Saturday, championship game Monday, Masters on Thursday. So that way, and opening day baseball on Monday. So because of the early start for Major League Baseball, opening day yesterday has really kind of trumped any conversation at all about the Final Four. Yep. And listen, they're still going to play the game. We're still going to watch it. But from an attention standpoint, it used to be set up perfectly where you got the Final Four standalone event. The night of the championship game, you started off during the day with opening day baseball. So they were kind of like separate events, right? You got your baseball all day, you got the championship game at night, and then 3 days later, you're in Augusta watching the Masters. The way baseball started yesterday, now a lot of teams are off today, and they do that to protect the home team against rainouts and weather issues for teams that don't play in domes. So, for example, the New York Mets are not playing today, but the New York Yankees are. All right? But it's almost like we've forgotten about the Final Four. Now, I assume, Corey, you, like everyone else, has Villanova advancing the Monday Night's championship game, right?
This is Villanova's tournament to win. Listen, you got two battles of the Blue Bloods with Kansas and Nova, but still, Villanova, that swag, the way Jay Wright has that team playing right now, I think they advance.
Yeah, and I think the storybook run of Sister Jean and Loyola of Chicago is going to come to a brutal end against Michigan. Now, the only thing about that game in which I would tell you from a betting standpoint, be careful before you put every dollar you got on Michigan. Michigan should be a double-digit point favorite in this game. In any other location, any other time of year, the Michigan Wolverines are favored by 10 or 11 points against a small team, a small school like Loyola of Chicago, right? Team that wouldn't have even been in the tournament if they didn't win their conference tournament. They're only favored by 5.5 points. Villanova's favored by 5 points over Kansas. Now, everybody and their mother, I guarantee it, Corey, are loading up on Michigan. The game might even go off at, let's say, 7 points, right?
Yep.
That is a sucker's bet. It's fool's gold. I believe Michigan's going to win the game. I would not touch that game with a 10-foot pole with my money, nor would I put my money on Michigan.
This is in the Vegas zone right here. I definitely wouldn't hit that. Not to mention that fact, one of the things about that Loyola team, when they get hot for three, it's going to be hard to put them away and beat them by double-digit points. So, yeah, I think that is something that I would stay away from also. Michigan gets a W, but Loyola make it very competitive.
Hey, guys, will you get a Gabe Munzie on the phone for me? I want to get Gabe's thought on the game. I know he's in love with Michigan, so I know who he's going to pick. But I just want to have him break it down from a handicapping standpoint, and he's one of the best out there. So
shout out to Gabe.
I want to find out where he's at for these games. Villanova, Kansas. Listen, it's a battle of number ones. I agree with you. I think it's Villanova's tournament. I think they are clearly the best team. I think the game everyone does want is Villanova, Michigan. I think if you're going to tell me that a team had a chance to pull off the greatest upset maybe since the 1980 USA hockey team over Russia, if Loyola of Chicago beats Michigan, America will be rooting for that team to win the national championship Monday night against Villanova or Kansas.
No doubt about that.
That would be, I think if you talk about great upsets from a championship standpoint, not just a team like a 16th seed at UMBC, beating Virginia is a great upset.
Yeah.
But to win a title as an underdog, like the 1980 USA Olympic team over Russia, that's a different ball of wax. If somehow, some way, Loyola of Chicago gets to Monday night, you will have America, not because they don't like Villanova or Kansas, we will all adopt this great dark horse underdog team with the old nun in the wheelchair and the thing on her face, that whole thing.
Don't forget about that.
That's okay with me.
Okay, sweetheart. We will.
I didn't know she was here.
She's here. We will adopt that team as ours. I don't care where you went.
San Antonio. The Ramblers are on their way.
I know you are. We will adopt her team as our team because of what it stands for. The little engine that could. No one gives you a shot.
David versus Goliath.
They ain't got 7-footers there. There's not a single dude there that's going to go to the NBA. No one's going to do it. I would suggest that someone looks out for Sister Jean and
thing right
cleans
there.
that mole up.
Thanks. Put some.
That's okay with me.
No, dear, it's not
Jean,
okay with
Sister
you.
Jean, I think. Listen, Sister Jean, would it be okay if I paid someone to help you with that thing?
That's okay with me.
It is okay? All right. I just want to make sure. Would it be okay if I sat on your lap and watched the game with you?
That's okay with me.
Okay. Very
Sister
good.
Jean, it would be okay if Craig came over and brought his man crush Tim Tebow to watch the game with you.
That's okay with me.
Lovely. That's wonderful.
He's a Christian. That would definitely be okay with her.
Yes.
Right.
Sister
Like
Jean.
that. The Sister Jean, she knows
It's
where
okay
it's
with
at.
her.
It's as long as it's okay with her. That's all.
That's okay with
Thank
me.
you, dear.
All right. Would it be okay if we did this show naked if Loyola of Chicago won the game? No. Okay.
Let me ask you, Sister Jean, I have one for you. The thing underneath your chin, do you think one of the lice that were in the fourth floor control room yesterday, do you think if you let one of those lice nibble on it, will that help it like go down?
That's okay with me.
Bam.
That made no sense.
But we solved it. The lice will take that
She needs
stuff out.
She needs like if she were your grandma.
Yeah.
Would you be like grandma?
Oh, 100%.
You like
I'm
take,
a real person. If something
You'd
looks
be like-
bad,
like,
I'd be like,
you got
hey.
something in your teeth?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you would say something?
100%.
Yeah.
Like yesterday when I told you were
Joining
orange.
us on the hotline right now is my dear friend and for my money, and I tell him this all the time, the single most underappreciated basketball analyst in America with Fox Sports Radio, Doug Gottlieb. Dougie, how you been, buddy?
Hello.
Hello. Doug and I were also colleagues at CBS Sports Network together, and Doug made the transition back out to the West Coast, where he's killing it for Fox.
You got to be careful when you say transitioned and West Coast together. Sometimes, people are like, hey, what do you mean transition?
Well, you and Bruce Jenner had a lot in common, is what I was saying. Hey, is there any take point spreads out of it, because that's not how you handicap a game, but can you fathom?
No, I do, but that's okay.
Can you fathom Loyola beating Michigan or no?
Yeah. Like, look, this is not Fab Five Michigan, dude. They're not throwing 5 pros out there. Hey, Tyler, they're not throwing 5 pros out there.
Right.
Like, they got a nice team, probably one NBA player. I mean, like, look, when you watch Michigan play, you're like, this is what it looks like when Michigan doesn't cheat. So, like, they're okay. Xavier Simpson's their point. Like, Xavier Simpson's their point guard. He can't shoot. He's a really good defender. He's kind of a pit bull, but he's not great. So, yeah, I could see. Remember, this is a Loyola team. They shoot 50% from the field, 51% from the field for the season, 40% from 3. And there's not. Usually, you'd say at Loyola Chicago, who is like they're an afterthought in Chicago sports land.
Sure.
Guy from FedEx. He just said, sorry. Could you be any louder? Anyway.
No, I'm with you. Like, I'm thinking about it. Like, if they could somehow win the whole damn thing, I would make.
It's the biggest upset ever.
Yeah,
ever.
it'd be the 1980 U.S. Olympic team and them. That'd be it.
Yeah, but didn't we like was Russia that good? Were they that much better than us?
Yeah, they were professionals, and they beat the Americans like 17-0 at the Garden a week before we won the gold.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I did see the movie. I did like the movie. I'm all in.
I saw the movie. You lived through it. You're not that young. You saw it.
1980. I was 4 years old. Like, I'm not going to sit there and quote it chapter and verse.
I guess I always think that you're older than me, just based on how we both look. But apparently, I'm older than you.
I'm an old soul, is what it is.
Yeah, right.
I'm an old soul. So look, it'd be the lowest seed ever to do it.
Right.
I mean, no one's ever thought of them as a legit basketball program. And here, how about this one? Porter Mosier's been a head coach. This is his 14th year. This is the first year he's coached at 3 different schools that he's ever coached a team that's finished in the top 4 in his conference.
Right.
Top 4. So yeah, it would be the biggest surprise ever. But honestly, if you watch them, against Michigan, there's not that big a talent disparity. Honestly, against Kansas, there wouldn't be that big a talent disparity. I agree with you guys. Like Nova actually, it's not a surprise that they're here.
Right.
Kansas kind of overachieved this year. Michigan was a 5th place team in the Big Ten before they won the Big Ten tournament. So all those other 2 teams overachieved a little bit because their talent's not as good as it usually is. Nonetheless, because it's Loyola and all the other parts of the story, it would be the biggest surprise. And Cinderella ever to win the.
Yeah, but
That's
listen,
okay
you
with
got
me.
Sister Jean there, she's become like a mascot. America loves her. It's hard not to root for them to win the game just to see the quote unquote what if. Because if the what if happened, you're talking about the movie rights, the book rights, the Disney aspect of it, and we will have lived through the unthinkable for some of us for the second time ever. It would be fantastic,
Yeah, it would. And then it's funny, people talk about the Butler team. The second Butler team was more of a surprise. First Butler team had Gordon Hayward and Shelvin Mack. You had two, long tenured pros. One guy's an all-star, and that was a top 10 team preseason. So this one would frankly be an all-timer. And the only reason the second Butler one they couldn't score against UConn wasn't considered in that light was because Butler had been there the year before. But you go back and look at that team, and Butler didn't have dudes the second year like they did the first year.
Hey, is Trae Young a legitimate NBA player or no?
I mean, he'll be drafted in the NBA.
Is he a stud though?
Think no, I don't think so. I think whatever GM drafts him is going to get fired. We do this in sports. It's like, we want Baker Mayfield to be Russell Wilson.
Right.
And he's somewhere in between Russell Wilson and Johnny Manziel. He might be Case Keenum, but we guys that have play the same offense as Case
Yeah, no,
Keenum.
I agree. I think we fall in love with guys for no reason. Now, I never saw Josh Allen play, but based on the video I've seen of him and the size, it'd be hard not to pick him. Look, they're telling me I got to take a break, so let's do this. I love you.
You take breaks?
I
You
don't
have
know.
advertisers?
We got advertisers and sponsors and dead deer wood structures in front of us. Let's talk on Monday to preview the championship game. We'll do a whole segment with you. And I miss you, and I appreciate you coming on, bud.
Anytime, buddy. See ya.
Doug Gottlieb, Fox Sports Radio. And again, one of the best game day analysts in all of college basketball. We have an update coming from Michelle. You never know who else is going to stop by and surprise you. There might be somebody sitting 8 feet to my left who's about to come on the show. There might not be. I don't know. But I also know that Bug Boy is back. Did he accomplish the task that we gave him over an hour ago? We'll find out next. Carton and Friends.
Steiner Sports is the leading memorabilia provider for the New York Yankees, Rangers, Giants, Knicks, and the Brooklyn Nets. Featuring hundreds of items from your favorite athletes, Steiner Sports is your source for the best sports gifts. Go to steinersports.com/box and shop our collection of memorabilia boxes, which include 10 gifts for the price of one. We've made one for each of your favorite teams. Hurry, supplies are limited, and these are some of the best deals we have ever offered. So go to steinersports.com/box today.
Fantasy.
Osuna, Rivero, Knebel.
I've actually kind of soured on Knebel a little bit, so I'm going to drop him to the bottom of those three.
Do you agree that those three are a thing?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think Osuna, Rivero, Knebel.
I have it Knebel, Osuna, Rivero. And then I have Ken Giles right after that, who we spoke about, so I'm going to put him in that other tier.
Yeah, I agree. I have it Rivero, Osuna, Knebel.
Yeah!
Crushed it.
Weekdays on FNTSY Radio and live on the Fantasy Sports Network YouTube stream.
Hello, friends. If you want to win at Fantasy Sports, wouldn't you listen to people who have already won at Fantasy Sports? I'm going to tell you about DailyRoto.com. Don't be intimidated by the DraftKings and FanDuel Sharks, even the Fantasy Draft Sharks. The guys at DailyRoto.com have not only won $1 million amongst one of the writers, but they've created 3 others. That's 4 people who have won millionaire contests from this content alone. Don't be fooled by screenshots talking about $25,000 winners from other places. Go to DailyRoto.com where they have a proven track record of creating millionaires. DailyRoto.com. Tell them Greg Sussman sent you.
It's popping off.
Deadpool 2, the second trailer. Ashley, have you watched the second trailer?
I did, yes I did. The Deadpool trailer is so good though. It is so good. You need to watch it. Oh my god, nerd boner.
Pete, you're the only reason why I watched the trailer. I saw it on my feed and I'm like, all right, I'll watch it, when the time comes.
Not because we're going to talk about it on our show.
No, not even. Exactly, not even.
Time out of their day
but
to
it was
watch.
because of your enthusiasm. If his butthole is shining at this, I gotta see what's going on. I gotta see what's the excitement about.
Watch live on the FNTSY YouTube stream.
Yo, Carton and Friends. Michelle's here with an update, but let me just say this to you. You can dominate DraftKings and FanDuel Major League Baseball contests this summer with Daily Roto's MLB projections and optimizer. Go to dailyroto.com/premium. Save 10% with the promo code FNTSY. Choose all the same tools and projections that have produced 4 millionaire winners and millions more in total winnings on that. Head over to dailyroto.com/premium. Save 10% with the promo code FNTSY and see the results for yourself. Corey, have you ever won one of those things?
Oh, no, I've never won. I've
never
done,
a winner?
I've done well. I haven't took down a whole joint yet. No, not
Have
like
you ever
that.
won any money doing it?
Yeah, I've won money doing it.
You have?
Yeah.
And what's your biggest haul?
I think my biggest was maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. A good NBA night. I brought home $1,200.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the most amount of money you ever won and collected and kept?
$10,000.
Is that right?
Yeah.
In what?
Playing fantasy football.
Really?
Yeah.
End of the season, someone gave you $10K?
Total. It was a league, season-long league with the
Yeah.
Fantasy Football World Championship. And basically, after week 13, if you have the most points and the best record, 14, 15, and 16 are not needed, you win the $10K, and then you go, and then that's it.
So you won it after week 13. You locked in $10,000.
Yeah.
What'd you do with the 10?
I just was, we
Mr. Moneybags.
Cleaned up for the weekend, you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Moneybags, all right.
Cleaned up for the weekend, and then we had a good time, and we put a little bit away too. You know what I'm saying?
How'd
We
you have a
try to
good
be
time?
responsible.
All right, listen. I'll tell you this.
I said, what'd you do to have a good time? What?
We cleaned up for the weekend, Michelle. We was out there with you and all your peoples out in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Michelle's here. She's got the update, including how John Sterling finally unveiled his Giancarlo Stanton home run calls, and he was able to do it right away. Let's see what you got.
So, Giancarlo. Okay.
Yes.
So again, Giancarlo hit 2 homers yesterday, not at Yankee Stadium, in Toronto.
Yeah, that's correct.
Now where's Toronto at?
Where is it's Canada.
All right, very good.
Where Drake's from? Drake's from Canada.
Jake's from Canada.
Drake is from Toronto.
Jake
yeah,
is Drake.
running through
Yes,
the
the
6
rapper Drake is from the 6. Very good.
Exactly. See?
Okay. Let's hear how it sounded when John Sterling called the very first home run.
It is gone in his first Yankee at bat. Giancarlo non si può stopparlo. It is a Stantonian home run, a 2-run blaster right center in his first Yankee at bat. And the Yankees take a 2-0 lead.
I didn't know it was that easy.
I didn't know it was that easy. Of all the dramatic things, John, I didn't know it was that easy.
For him to hit a home run, he hit 60 last year. It's kind of why they brought him here, Susan, because it's that easy.
I didn't know it was that easy. And then, of course, he hit another one which sounded like this.
Fly ball, deep center. There it goes. See ya. A monster blast by Stanton. His second of the game.
Giancarlo non si può fermarlo.
No si può fermarlo.
Run to dead center. A solo shot. And the Yankees take a 6-1 lead.
No si può fermarlo. We still not established what Ven Marlow means.
I thought Nando told us already.
He don't know what it means, Ven Marlow. We think we know what it means, but we have no idea. What else you got, Michelle?
So Kevin Durant is going to have to be a little more careful now.
Is that right?
Yes.
Or he knocked somebody up?
No. No, that is not in the news. Last night, Kevin Durant had 2 technical fouls, resulting in an automatic rejection. Both technical fouls were for vulgarity.
Look, he cursed.
He cursed.
Why was he?
Dropped
Why
some
was he?
F-bombs.
Why was he cursing?
He didn't feel that those calls were, accurate.
Appropriate, huh?
Appropriate, yeah.
All right, listen.
He thought he could argue them a little, then he
Craig,
couldn't,
this is-
and it
this is-
happens. It got the best of him.
This is 5 this season. This is the second most, only behind Rasheed Wallace, who had 7 in 1 year. Kevin Durant, in his first 10 years in the league, has been ejected to games twice. He's been ejected 5 times this year. It's something in the Bay Area that's making Kevin Durant think he's a tough guy.
You would think that having won a title, which he did, being an MVP, which he's been, that he would chill out.
You think so,
Maybe
right?
without Steph Curry there, listen, there's still a great basketball team. Maybe it's getting to him a little bit.
Maybe he's trying to maybe he's trying to be like Draymond Green too much. I think it could be a problem for this team moving into the postseason.
Well, as far as winning a title, they're going to advance. I mean, they're not
but
losing.
as far as they could take suspensions because the referees are going to be talking in this team.
Wouldn't it be funny that if, listen, Kevin Durant blew a 3-1 lead when he was in Oklahoma City before he went out and joined Golden State and won a title, and that was the impetus for him jumping ship and leaving Russell Westbrook, right? Wouldn't it be great, though, and I think it's a knock on him, if Curry doesn't come back, and he's not going to be back for the first round, they're saying as of right now, but who knows, if they lost, because you still have arguably the best player in the league, but certainly a top 3 player, if not number 1, in Durant. And you've got still, without Curry, a great supporting cast, right?
Draymond Green, Klay Thompson should be back this weekend.
Yeah, you got like legitimate, they're still an all-star team.
Steve Kerr still the head coach.
That would say a lot about KD if they got eliminated early. It really would.
I think it would too, but she's still.
Because I don't like the notion of, even LeBron's playing this game now. It's kind of like a bitch session where it's like, you just can't win without 5 all-stars. Whatever happened to being the best player in the league and bringing your team a championship because you're so good? LeBron did that and then decided, well, it's hard to compete against super teams. And he was the first guy to create a super team.
Boston Celtics were the super team of this era.
Yeah, but it wasn't created by players saying, I'm going to go play for the Celtics. It was built through great draft picks and a couple free agent signings. It was not built the way Golden State was built. It wasn't.
Golden State, those are in-house dudes. Clay is in-house, Draymond in-house, Curry in-house.
It was built differently. And I've always said if the Celtics or Larry Bird or Magic Johnson, if free agency worked the way it does now, I think they all did the same thing. Like when Karl Malone went to the Lakers to try to get a championship.
Yeah, they was washed up by then, though.
Right. So it just, to me, like I love when Larry Bird goes, I have no respect for guys that do that. He would have did the same thing.
Of course he would have.
Because it's about winning, right?
Winning championships.
It just seems a little cheap, though, when you're talking about a guy that wants to be known as the best player in the league, where being the best player in the league, which you would think would be good enough to win, suddenly tells you it ain't good enough to win no more. So now I got to go join 3 other great players.
He wanted to come to he wanted to go to the Bay Area.
It's like you did. Oh, my second favorite team is Golden State.
It's my Western Conference team. It's now my favorite team, though, because I've dropped the Knicks.
Brother, I'm going to show you a picture, all right? I'm going to show you. I'm not going to tell you who it is first. So I want you to see. You see that picture of that woman in a bikini?
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan. Did you say don't say? I couldn't stop looking at it before when you said, I'm like, is that who I think it is?
Tell your friends, tell your friends.
Yes. Do you think the cartoon next to her is a ripoff of that picture?
Yeah.
Right? So Lindsay Lohan sued the makers of Grand Theft Auto, Take-Two Interactive, saying...
Are you asking me, do I think that's her?
Do you think the cartoon is a direct rip of her actual picture?
I think that looks more like Kate Upton.
The cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon. I think that's a better version of
Lindsay Lohan said that the makers of Grand Theft Auto, Take-Two Interactive, saw that picture of her and copied that picture of her and made a cartoon character mimicking that exact pose, the peace sign, the bikini, the whole bit. She sued him. Do you think she won or lost?
Lost. Come on. If you tell me she won, I'm going to be really mad.
You think she lost?
Is she still doing drugs? Is that why?
I don't know if she's doing drugs or not. Who knows? Corey, you think she won or lost?
How does she think that looks like her at all?
She had to lose this.
You think she lost that?
Yeah, there's no way.
You don't think that is a direct rip of that picture?
No, not at all. Not even close.
Corey, not even close?
Not even close.
It's got to be hard to prove that.
Well, guess what?
The boobs are nicer.
She lost.
Yeah.
She lost. She sued Grand
lose.
Theft Auto, and it got the Court of Appeals disagreed. The artistic renderings are indistinct, satirical representations of a style of a modern beach-going young woman that are not reasonably identified as Lindsay Lohan. Basically, she said they ripped it off from my picture. They're saying we just drew a good-looking girl in a bikini holding up the peace sign.
Yeah, a better-looking girl than her.
I think they probably stole it, but they made the face so much better looking than her that no one could say that's clearly Lindsay Lohan,
I don't see a resemblance in the bodies that much either.
I don't know if you would ever do that, but Corey had a suggestion to me that maybe we have some of your friends take similar pictures and see if we can see if any of them are stealing the look from Lindsay Lohan.
Okay, I'm sure my friends will do
But
that.
we want them to come in the studio to take the pictures, though.
Okay.
Like not like
me taking on my iPhone.
No, not you taking on your phone.
No.
We want them to come into the studio live and here in the building.
Okay.
And
I'm sure some of the girls will do that. Yeah.
All right, great.
Cool. That's
So we just have
many of them.
That was a good idea.
half
by
dozen?
Me. A 6 is a good number.
If we have a half dozen come in,
Okay.
and then what we'll do is we'll make a contest out of it.
Okay.
And whichever one looks most like, not Lindsay Lohan, but whichever one looks most like the Grand Theft Auto model, that's the person that will win a prize.
Okay.
All right?
We'll give them this table right here.
We'll give them that table?
That table.
They win the table.
They're
They
gonna
get
want that
Mike
so
Cardano's
bad.
table right here.
I like that. That's a
There
good
you go.
idea.
Yeah.
Give me one more story to wrap this up here, yeah?
All right, one more story. So Steelers' Le'Veon Bell doesn't think he's getting a fair deal in Pittsburgh. He took to Twitter to say it's so hard to be a hero in the city that paints you as a villain. What exactly do you think this is about?
Well, he wants more money is what it's about. Your running back's the toughest position in all of football. You know, the average length of an NFL running back's career is less than 4 years. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, he knows where he's at. Roethlisberger's always threatened to retire. They're not a playoff team without Le'Veon Bell. And he sees what other guys are getting. And not that he hasn't made a lot of money, he has. But he's in a position he thinks of power to say, look, I'm not a bad guy or a villain because I just want what I deserve.
Exactly.
The problem is that the average fan never looks at it that way, and they should. In the NFL specifically, NFL players don't have guaranteed contracts. The contract the NFL player signs is not worth the paper it's written on, because as soon as a team wants to fire you and cut you, they do. You don't make any more money. So if Le'Veon Bell signs a 5-year, $100 million contract, the only thing he gets to keep is the signing bonus, the guaranteed money. And not all of it's going to be guaranteed. The day that the Steelers decide that Le'Veon Bell can no longer provide them the services that they want from him, they cut him and pay him nothing. There could be $80 million left on that contract. He gets zero. The only money he gets guaranteed is the signing bonus. So if I'm Le'Veon Bell, and I will always take the player's side in this, I wouldn't play again until you pay me.
And I would sit out all the way to the start of the regular season.
Until it costs you money.
Exactly. They probably franchise tag him again, even though they're saying that they're trying to work on a deal. See, if I was Le'Veon Bell, I wouldn't even play on the tag this year. The AFC North's a real dangerous brand of football. You see how those games with them again and the Bengals go. He's too valuable. If I'm him, give me a long-term deal, some good guaranteed money. I'm a running back in the NFL. This is very important. Le'Veon Bell, if I'm him, I would not play this year under a franchise tag.
Well, but the problem is that you can't not play because it's a year that you lose money, and you never make that money back. And that you're talking to a guy like Le'Veon Bell, it's going to be $8 to $14 million. You cannot walk away from that, and the owner always knows that. They know at the end of the day, a guy like Le'Veon Bell is not going to walk away from $8, $9, $10, $11 million because it's money you can never possibly earn back. That's why the team's always got the upper hand. Now, what will happen, though, is if he held out and the Steelers lost a game or two, and you may remember this happened with Emmitt Smith. You're a big Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yep, I remember.
I think it was like his maybe third or fourth year in the league. Emmitt Smith held out, and he said he's going to go back to college and get his degree. And the Cowboys started off the year 0-2. They signed him the day after they lost that second game, and I think he came back for a Monday night game, if my memory serves me, and they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's basically what happened right there. Now, after that second loss to the Buffalo Bills,
who
they had beat in the Super Bowl the previous season, Jerry Jones comes in the locker room. Charles Haley flings his helmet at Jerry Jones. The helmet explodes. Jerry Jones leaves out the locker room, and he goes signs Emmitt Smith because Charles Haley was trying to assassinate him.
Charles Haley was a crazy guy.
Oh, my
There's
goodness.
a story that goes about Charles Haley. I don't know if it's accurate, but it's told like it is. Charles Haley was playing for the San Francisco 49ers, and they're getting manhandled by whatever team they're playing. The Niners go into the locker room at halftime, and Haley, who's one of the great defensive players of all time, and also apparently crazy.
Yes.
Played for the Niners, played for the Cowboys. What's he got, 5 Super Bowls maybe?
5 Super Bowl rings. Legit wild man.
Legit. Like, there's some guys, even in a locker room of 53 tough guys who could probably kick anyone else's ass.
Yeah.
No one messed with Charles Haley. Like, amongst men, he was the guy you don't F with, right?
Okay.
As the story goes, he was livid at this one player. And the guy was messing up his assignments, wasn't making tackles, was killing him, right? They go into the locker room. Now, I asked Joe Montana this, and he confirmed it as he had heard the story, but he didn't see it.
Mm-hmm. They didn't play together.
Charles Haley goes into his locker, okay? Takes a gun out of the locker and goes up to the guy that's messing up and goes, "You miss another tackle, I'm going to shoot you."
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Charles Haley was legit wild, man.
They said that was it. Now again, I don't know 100% that story is factual, but dudes who played him said it's not unbelievable.
When he was in Dallas, he would go to to the meetings, the defensive line meetings, and he would pull his junk out and pleasure himself almost to the point of ejaculation in front of everybody. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't feel what you're saying.
This is how wild of a dude Charles Haley was.
Wow.
Yeah. Why are you looking at me like that, Craig?
Why would you know that story?
No, because I read it. I read the story.
You read that story
I
where?
read that story in
Jeff
Pearlman's book, Party Days and Glory Nights, about the 90s Dallas Cowboys.
Him doing that's in there.
Him doing that's in that story. We can get Jeff Pearlman on the phone if you know his number.
We can find his number. You said you only read 50 books in your lifetime.
I was just going to say that. That was one of the 50 books you read.
That was one of the 50. I got that's 49 more.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Took it out, pop, pop, pop.
And everybody's like, "Yo, chill, son," and he just bam, 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 and it's almost to the point where he's like, getting ready.
I got you. Yeah, fly, Eagles, fly, right?
yeah. I don't know if they were Eagles.
I don't know what guys get from that. Like that whole Louis C.K. thing.
Oh,
like
God.
he just wanted to pleasure himself in front of someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Have you ever experienced that?
No, I haven't. Oh.
Uh-oh!
I walked by it once. Yes. Oh my God, I forgot. So it was Memorial Day weekend. My girls
listen,
and
I think we're coming up on the break. We got to get this full thing. Yeah.
Oh God. All right.
Hang tight on that.
I'll hang tight
I want to hear that story. Coming up, I almost forgot about it because it's been 3 hours. But they tell me that Bug Boy is finally ready to produce what I asked him to produce at 8 o'clock this morning. It's all coming up next on Carton and Friends. Hang on. And by the way, fake money. Hit him up. I don't even know why I'm on this track. You guys don't even on my level. Biggie.
Hit him up.
I'm going to go another Shirley Temple because it's the manliest thing they got here.
Join the family at Modell Sporting Goods. Visit your nearest Modell's and sign up for our MVP Rewards program to receive insider deals all year round. Earn points on every purchase when you use your MVP card to earn Modell's cash back. It's our way of thanking you for being a loyal customer. Upon signing up, receive 10% off your purchase and 15% off your next purchase. It's that simple. Plus, new MVPs this month are eligible to win a $500 Modell's gift card. When you gotta play more and pay less, you gotta go to Moe's.
The sharpest fantasy sports minds are now available 24/7 straight from your mobile device. Download the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app and listen live or on demand to the finest tips, strategies, and advice from your favorite fantasy personalities. It's free and available for both iOS and Android devices. Your life isn't slowing down, so why should your fantasy sports? Head to fntsy.com/radio and download the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app today.
The Tout Wars Hour.
We're both big proponents of playing in a lot of different formats because I find if I play head-to-head, it will shine a light on something that helps when I play Stratomatic. And if I play Stratomatic, it'll shine a light on something where I play Score Sheet. Aside from the fact that it's just fun playing the game and it's fun playing different formats.
I like the variety. I like the freshness of needing to rethink my rankings, my draft strategy.
Sundays, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, only on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
How's it going in there?
5 more minutes.
Okay, let's play a game. 2 truths, 1 lie. We're not going to be late to the party. In the time you've taken to get ready, you could have been on your way to saving a life. And I'm wearing that tie you hate.
We're not going to be late. We're 10 minutes away. You wouldn't dare wear that tie. And I can't save a life. I'm not a firefighter.
Actually, I swabbed my cheeks last week.
It takes less than a minute to get your cheek swabs. Register at dkms.org, and you can be a superhero by helping someone out.
Insane in the membrane.
Going
Boy's
insane.
back.
Safe.
I don't know. I'll get to the bottom of that in a second, but Michelle was about to share a story with us. This is Carton and Friends.
It's a scarring story.
I'm just looking at my list of things I didn't get to yet today. Frisbee golf, no. Bleacher Report got hacked, no. Sister Jean, yes. Oh, I got that sex cult story I may want to get to today.
Yeah.
You ever been in a sex cult?
No.
No. You ever been in an orgy of any kind?
No, I haven't.
All right, just checking. You have any weird tattoos that someone made you get?
No, I just have one on my foot and one on my neck.
You have one on your neck? Where, in the back of the neck?
The back of my neck, yeah.
Why would you get a tattoo there? You can't see it.
I know that's why. That's the point. So if
That-
I wanted my hair, like if I could cover it or not cover
It's
it.
just like it's got meaning behind it?
Yeah, well, it's my Scorpio sign. Got it when I was 18.
Your first one? Like your first tat at
Yeah, but why
18?
would you-
No, my toe. My one on my foot was.
What's the
Oh, let's see
tattoo on
that.
your foot?
That's an angel. It's for my grandma. I got them
Alright.
both when I was 18. I
Beautiful.
was just going
Well,
wild.
for your
wild
grandma.
when
I got
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. That
I get
one.
that. It's your grandma. But what the tattoo on the back of your neck is just your sign?
Yeah, it's just an.
But you can't see it.
Well, no, you can only see it if my hair's back.
Nice, so yeah.
It looks like wings of some kind.
Yeah, well, it's the M because I'm a Scorpio, so it's the M with the arrow, and yeah, the wings.
You're not happy about that?
No,
But
that is the one. The one on my foot, I don't regret. The one on my back, I think I was just like, I want another tattoo.
Yeah,
and I
but you got a tattoo you can't even see.
That's what I mean. So that's why it's whatever.
Stupid,
Yeah.
frankly. Sorry. Do your parents know you have that?
Yeah.
But they can't see it, so they're not all that bothered by
Oh
it.
well, they noticed. Yeah.
I got Bug Boy Chris is here as well. He's
Yes.
getting mad texts from some girl right now. That's pretty fresh. Calling him baby and stuff, and you got like
You're gonna get him in trouble.
like love nicknames, and I'll get to that in a second.
Oh.
All right, so you were about to tell a story. We were talking about Louis C.K. and his problems. But then,
Okay.
what was the other story? Oh, about Charles Haley
and his
once tried to work it out in front of the guys,
That
and
was how
it was
stuff
scary.
started.
And you had a guy once try to do that to you?
Okay, so my friends and I, it was Memorial Day weekend. I don't remember why I wasn't down at the beach because I'm usually always there that weekend.
ahead.
Anyway, so we were in the city. We were walking from, I want to say, somewhere in Meatpacking. I don't know, somewhere to
You
somewhere.
sure this is your story?
This is my story.
Okay.
So we're walking down, and all of a sudden there's this guy sitting down, and I noticed like a
pole?
like a movement, and I was just like, oh my god. And then like we're walking closer, and I was like, that guy's not doing what I think he's doing, is he? And we walked by, and he was.
So this guy just sitting on the street, working, taking care of
and he was
himself.
like, come here, ladies. And it was like me and three of
Oh.
my friends. And my friend said something, and I just ran because I was so scarred, and
Towards
I
him?
grabbed her.
Come here, ladies. Here I come. Running towards or away from? Away from, okay.
Away from him. I was so scared. My friend was like trying to curse him off. I was like, stop. I was like, just
Stay away.
run.
Yeah. There you go.
gotta
So
be
he was
careful.
just doing it. You guys happen to walk up
Yeah, we
on
happened
it.
to walk by, but he was
Got
like
it.
going at it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Was it impressive?
Kind of.
Said if you wasn't doing this on the floor on the street, you might have a shot.
He goes to Texas, Arizona. He's every day now.
There you go.
Has anyone ever done that at the bar?
No, thank God.
No. Has anyone ever sent you pictures of their junk?
No, never.
You've never gotten
You
the
just
meat
sound
mail.
like you're disappointed.
Well, I always wanted one just to say I've had one, but no one's ever sent me.
So
pictures
you've
of junk.
never gotten the meat mail sent to your phone.
Never.
This is amazing right here.
That's what I mean. I kind
I
of
got
feel
some
like
on
a loser.
Chris's
I feel like
phone
I'm
here. I
the
can send it
only
to you
girl.
right from Chris's phone if you want. So, do you want that or no?
I want one to say I've had one.
So not
Okay.
even in your DM, not in your text, not nothing. You've never received the meat mail.
How soon do you
I
want
would feel
one?
pretty bad about that if I was
Tomorrow.
you.
I would too. I feel like kind of like a loser. Like
Yeah,
not worthy of one.
Do you want? Would you want one that's like aroused or just like a normal one?
Anyway.
Guys, would you do me a favor? Just someone send Michelle a picture of their junk? If you're listening right now, you can email to her, Michelle@cartonandfriends.com.
I thought you meant us down here. We got 4 phones out right now.
I'd prefer it not be the guys that are downstairs.
Yeah, let's be careful.
Unless
with that.
Nanda's going to describe it in Italian. Then I might say yes to that. Pollo. All right, listen. Well, thank you for stopping by.
You're welcome.
Yes.
I'm gonna have you exit stage right here.
All right, very nice.
So here's what. Bug Boy Chris here, who was going to try to save his job by getting me 10 random people in the streets of New York. to say they love the show, Carton and Friends, has a phone here that doesn't have an audio output. It's was it an iPhone? So it's a 7. Oh,
help her with that.
Are you okay with that? You have to walk past it. We're gonna climb over it or something. I don't know.
Push the chair in. All right, there we go.
We're having a spatial relations problem here on the show. Look out for the cord. Don't trip over the cord either.
Very
and look
nice.
out for the deer antler bench
all right,
too.
cool. Just walk right through the
just
camera.
go right, that's fine. Let's go right through there. Okay.
All right, very nice.
You can see Michelle. She bartends on the weekend.
Yeah, Texas, Arizona.
So here's the problem with the phone. We need a dongle, dude.
We need.
Does anybody have a dongle downstairs so I can actually plug the audio in?
It's 8 dongles downstairs.
Because Chris here is making a lot of money. He's got the iPhone 7.
A good one.
Which is like the newest one they make.
I think they got a 10.
But I can't plug into it because it ain't got the normal headphone thing.
It shares it now. You use both the charger.
No, I get that. Yeah. but you gave me. They said you were busy doing an NBA show.
Right.
So that no one edited this, so that's fine. They said play it off his phone. But I can't play it off your phone unless you give me the dongle.
Right.
See, I can't plug this normal cord in without.
So you want me to go get the dongle?
No, they're bringing it up. They're working for you now.
Oh, awesome.
Why don't you just say listen, bitch, bring me the dongle.
I was thinking about maybe putting it right through in the mic, maybe play 2 or 3, but whatever.
No, thank you, Greg.
There you go.
Greg,
Mr. Sussman, he's the studio
there's
manager.
Greg. Greg's very nice. Greg won the FAN Fantasy Phenom
The
10
first
years
one.
ago. See, and look where he wound up.
Yep.
Same place as me.
Yeah.
Go figure. All right, so now let me plug this thing in here. All right, so played in order. Is that the way you want me to play?
Yeah, you can play from the bottom up if you
So
want.
here's the deal. So you got to get 10 people to say something nice about the show.
Right.
All right, as if they knew what it was.
The second recording is 2 people on the same one.
Is that right?
I kind of messed that up. So
No worries. Let's hear how the first one goes. All right, you guys ready? Okay. All right, hold on a second. That's still not working through your phone. This is comical. Hang on one sec. Let me see.
Hey, my name is James, and
My name is Melanie, and I love the Carton and Friends show.
Who's Melanie? Melanie sounds like she's a winner right there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start again. Ready? You got to count. Can you count to 10, Corey?
Yep, I can.
Here
do
we
that.
go. All right.
Hey, my name's James, and I love the Carton and Friends show.
That's 1.
My name is Melanie, and I love the Carton and Friends show.
That's 2. You got 8 to go. All right, here we go. Let's see what you can do on the next one. Not bad.
I'm Steve, and I love the Carton and Friends show.
not
That
excited.
guy wasn't believable. That don't count.
Yeah, he wasn't very excited.
No, so now you only got 2. You still got 8 to go.
All right.
Because he don't count. He's like
Page.
reading from a script. Let me go to the third recording. Here we go. You ready?
My name is Johnny, and I love the Carton and Friends show.
Sounds like the show's on in the background. You accepted Johnny as one?
I'll take Johnny. I'll put Johnny
All right,
down.
so now you got 3.
I'd rather somebody more enthusiastic.
You got set. We nice if they actually cared, right? Here's your shot for number 4.
My name is Bob, and I love Carton and Friends.
Sounded good.
That sounds like a setup right there.
No, that's just legit.
That's
legit.
someone downstairs. Is what that is.
No, it's legit.
That's BS. I get that's somebody downstairs.
Well, we skipped Paige.
And I tell you how I know.
Play that one
Listen
again.
again. I tell you exactly how I know. You cheated.
My name is Bob, and I love Carton and Friends.
They got the show on the monitors downstairs. That's the dude downstairs.
No, somebody had the show on actually in their car.
In
you know what I'm
I think I know who did that.
Listen.
I think I
It
know
ain't
who did
that. It ain't. Who's that? Who do you think it is?
I think it's the kid Matthew that was that. I think Matthew was Bob. That sounds like Matthew.
Is Matthew Bob?
No.
He
All
just
right.
outed you. That's why you turning red. Don't turn
No,
red.
it wasn't Matthew though.
But it's some. All I say you
would
do is
think you'd
go.
know.
All I
You
do
know
is go on the street and find 10 random people.
You skip Paige. There's one called Paige.
Hold on a second. Oh, Paige. All right. Let me see what Paige is all about here.
My name is Paige, and I love the Carton and Friends show.
How's you doing, man?
I feel like I hear
I
a
think she was
restaurant
fine.
noise. in
That
the
sounded like a
background.
fork and a knife in the background right here. Let me hear it again.
My name is Paige, and I love the Carton and Friends show.
That might be the hostess
It's
up
the
in front.
hostess, Paige.
It's the hostess.
Paige, yeah. You told me the bar.
I said he
said
could use the bar.
I thought he would get more creative.
You
though.
gonna count that one? You gonna count Paige?
Give him that. It's 4.
I'll give you
right?
that's 4. You got 4. You got 6 to go. Hold on. Let's see what this one is.
Hi, it's Chris. Carton Friends. Fantastic. Wonderful show. Good luck to you, sir.
Someone doing a Christopher Walken impersonation.
I ran into Christopher Walken on the street.
I will tell you what.
How about that?
The fact that someone attempted to do Christopher Walken, I'm going to count that.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Who downstairs does Christopher Walken?
Bavona.
Tell him on it. Thank you.
That's not bad, by the way.
He does it good.
That's a decent Walken.
Hi, it's Chris. Carton and Friends. Fantastic. Wonderful show. Good luck to you, sir.
You know what, though? But
He lost at the end, but that's not bad.
But he did good.
You said that it can't be nobody that works.
I know. Because someone's calling you. Let me see who this is.
Who is it?
Hey, this is Chris's phone. Who's this?
Who's this?
Ooh, it's the Marriott Hilton.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you got reservations?
No joke. Look.
To participate in our nationwide luxury Dream Week
Telemarketer
promotion
hangout.
with a 3-day, 2-night
You want to win a 3-day, 2-night trip?
For more information,
Yeah, more information.
They're scheming me.
Yeah.
your call is being transferred with no.
Yeah.
This is fun right here.
I'm going to get you a 3-day vacation at the
let's
Marriott.
do it. Let's get it. Let's get
Hello,
it.
reservations.
How's you doing, man?
Corporate ID 5300.
How's you doing?
I'm trying to get Chris a vacation.
My name is Bug Boy. Hello?
What is it?
My name? Me llamo.
Yes, what?
Bug Boy.
Buck boy?
Bug Boy. Bug Boy. Bug Boy
Well,
Jones.
congratulations.
Thank you. Did I win the 3?
Congratulations, sir. You will receive a 3-day, 2-night cruise with all your meals and entertainment included.
Thank you.
Just for participating on this phone call today.
How long does the phone call
Have you
take?
ever been on the cruise before?
No.
Or is this going to be your first
This
time?
will be my first time ever on a boat.
Okay, well, it's a ship. Not a problem. We're going to get you Bahamas.
Let me ask you a question. Are there bed bugs on this boat?
Are there what?
Are there bed bugs on the boat? Because I'm allergic to bed bugs.
I wouldn't know.
Well, that means there could be.
Well, I wouldn't know, sir.
But isn't it? I mean,
So you're aware, all calls are recorded for quality assurance.
yes. No, I'm glad you're recording it. So you're telling me that there's a chance there might be a bed bug on my boat?
The chance.
I would not know, sir.
Well, why I can't go on the vacation if there's a chance of more bed bugs? I can't have any bed bugs.
So I wouldn't know.
Do you think that? Do you think there's? Do you think there's bed bugs?
No.
But you won't guarantee it. I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass. I can't go on a vacation if there's a chance of bed bugs.
Well, we are a full-service travel agency.
But,
Cruise lines,
yeah, but I can't go on vacation. I can't go on vacation. I can't go on vacation. I hear you, ma'am. Ma'am, if you would just stop reading from the script for 1 second. I can't go on this vacation with you fine people if you can't promise me no bed bugs.
I can't because I don't know, sir. I'm not going to tell you something.
And I can't go on that vacation, so I'm going to have to say no to you.
Okay, well, then I'll pass it on to somebody else.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Well, there you
Okay,
go.
and I'll pass it on to somebody else. They don't care about you, Chris. 'cause
It's
they're about to get
questionable
you
because
bed
why
bugs
is she
again.
trying to sell me on a free vacation?
They want to ask.
That
You,
was
they
odd.
want to ask. They want to ask you 50 questions. They want to make
Yeah.
you sign up for a magazine of some kind. But there you go. How about she's honest though? I can't make that promise. We might have bed bugs.
She should have realized.
I never heard anyone ever say that before. I can't promise you no bed bugs.
She should have realized when you said bug boy that this was a problem.
Something. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing? This is Bobby out in Staten Island. Let me tell you something. Carton and Friends, thank God you're back on the air. You're with the FNTSY crew. We're very excited. We don't have to worry about lice. I'm glad you're back, big guy.
He's been watching.
That don't
Bobby.
count.
Nope.
That's
Bobby's
another guy
watching.
downstairs.
That's another guy downstairs.
You didn't even leave the building.
Your
No, I
job
did,
is
I
in
did.
jeopardy.
Because no one on the street would have known FNTSY.
But
Or
no,
done a bad fake like Brooklyn Italian
You
accent.
had the one you counted out, Steven, the guy that was like, oh, this is Steven.
Yeah.
That guy was, he's legit. He was legit.
You got like 2 legit ones so far. That's how I see
Melanie,
it.
the 2 girls.
I love the show. My name is Nick Maguru, and I love the show.
Carton and Friends show.
Carton and Friends show.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wait, we have to.
I'm going to count that guy. Chris just said to me there's a girl downstairs looking for you who wants to say something good.
Really?
Is she with you now, Chris?
Hi, my name's Candy, and you make my skin crawl.
That's your classmate, Candy Funky.
Candy Funky. There you go. Candy Funky checking in. And, you got another one here. Let me give you this one. See what this one is.
My name is Peter, and I love the Carton and Friends show.
Thank you.
I think that's a real dude.
I'm going to count that one.
Peter,
I'll count that. You're at 5.
Out of how many?
Well, you needed 10.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I did like 11 or 12.
Yeah, but you got every guy downstairs.
The people that work are not part of this. Remember, we said that before.
You said
left.
that you can't
only
work
a couple
for the
guys that work.
Yeah, but you can't do
None of them
any
are
of them
supposed
guys.
to be doing this. Yeah.
Right. The whole idea
you
was
went from being safe in your employment. Now this is insubordination. I'm riding for you though.
You're my boy.
He said don't fire, but now Corey's saying fire. Here's the last one. Let's see what this one is. Hold on.
My name is Bianca, and I love the show Carton and Friends.
Bianca.
Hold on.
Smoke.
Here's that one again.
My name is Bianca, and I love the show Carton and Friends.
I like a girl that stutters. I'm down with that. She's a smoke show. Bianca. There's no such thing as an ugly Bianca.
Right.
Like there's an ugly Joyce.
Right.
There ain't no ugly Biancas, right?
Yeah, nobody really names Joyce
Carol.
anymore either.
Carol. Carol's an ugly name
That
too.
can be trouble.
Carol's a bad name.
Carol
right?
can be trouble.
Carol can be trouble.
That's not good. Who's Christina?
My girlfriend.
Do you mind if I read a couple of those texts?
Sure.
Christina. Let's see.
Son, Chris, when you gave him your telephone, my first thought was he's going to start reading your text messages on the radio.
I didn't think about that till after.
did.
I'm not that smart.
He'll never get mine.
Yeah.
Here's why I like Christina.
He blew my free vacation, too.
Because Chris here said, Carton brought me on the show and took a vote to see if I should get fired or kept. He's making me do all this crap. So Christina goes, laughed my ass off. What was the outcome? Should they fire you? And you wrote, no, everybody voted keep, but Carton made it seem like it was a tie and made me go out and get people on the street to say, I love the Carton and Friends show, LOL. And guess what? Now they're calling me Bug Boy. Now, a girlfriend might be sensitive to that.
Yes.
I have to meet, your girlfriend's great. She goes, that's hysterical. They're not that bright that it took them that long to come up with it. I'm taking a shot at the guys downstairs, right?
Yeah.
He said before, quote, if I was your girlfriend, I'd dump you. And she said, I would never do that.
Oh,
she said that?
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Then she said, by the way, who is Christina and why is she texting you at the same time I'm texting you? Anyhow, you didn't do the job that I asked you to do, but you are right. Every guy voted to keep you. So you get to keep your job.
I appreciate that.
These guys downstairs have no backbone whatsoever, no balls at all.
Christina really helped you out today.
Your girlfriend sounds like a nice
Christina's
girl.
called me Bug Boy before everybody else did. That's why I
she
told her
did?
that. Yeah.
It's the size of one.
There you go.
Call me Bug Boy.
All right, listen, coming up, some Final Four stuff. Please take that back to Sussman. That's the dongle that didn't work. And we'll do one more run through what's looking for day 2, Major League Baseball season. This is Carton and Friends. We are live on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Periscope. We're live on iHeart. We're live on TuneIn. Pretty soon we're going to be live on a whole bunch of radio stations nationwide as well. Just know this. You got a phone, you got the show. Simple as that. You got a TV, you got the show. It's Carton and Friends. Another hour to go.
Does your fantasy team suck? Maybe you need us, the Fantasy Sports Radio Network, the only free 24/7 Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Fantasy Sports Radio Network. News update.
In the NBA, Joel Embiid will undergo surgery to repair an orbital fracture in his left eye. The 76ers have yet to discuss a timetable for his potential return. Kevin Love is listed as questionable for Friday's game versus New Orleans. Love was placed in the NBA's concussion protocol on Wednesday. And ESPN is reporting Cleveland Cavaliers coach Ty Lue is planning to rejoin the team as an observer against the New Orleans Pelicans on Friday. In baseball, 9 games on tap tonight. The defending World Series champs send Dallas Keuchel to the mound to take on Doug Fister and the Texas Rangers. Giancarlo Stanton looks to build on his 2-home run opening day performance as he the Yankees go up against Aaron Sanchez and the Toronto Blue Jays. And in the NFL, some seeming frustration from Le'Veon Bell. The star running back tweeted out, "It's so hard to be a hero in a city that paints you out to be the villain on Friday morning." An apparent response to a lack of dialogue with the Steelers. I'm Dan Strafford, and this has been your Fantasy Sports Radio Network News Update.
Stay tuned to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network for more updates at the top of every hour.
Are you new to daily fantasy? Are you a veteran? Either way, you can better your chances of winning money, and lots of it, by going to dailyroto.com. Multiple people have become millionaires thanks to the guys at Daily Roto. Why not take advice from the experts? You can become a millionaire too. Just go to dailyroto.com to rock daily fantasy sports.
If you've heard of WeatherTech floor liners, you probably know that for your vehicle's floor, nothing protects better. But what about protection for the rest of your car or truck? I'm David McNeil, founder of WeatherTech. Besides our floor liners, we design, engineer, and manufacture a wide range of automotive accessories right here in America. And just like our floor liners, everything is done to the highest standards possible. We understand what kind of investment owning a vehicle can be, so we do everything possible to help you protect it. We don't take shortcuts, and we never make concessions when it comes to quality. For everything from cargo liners to cleaning and detailing supplies to mud flaps and car covers, the one place you need to go is WeatherTech.com. So if you are familiar with our floor liners, just imagine how well the rest of our products will work for you. Learn more about our full line of automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech.com. Proudly made in America.
Skix sneakers are taking over tailgates and alumni homes across America. Skix canvas high top, low top, slip-on, and kids tennis style sneakers designed in officially licensed college colors and logos is a must-have for every college fan's wardrobe. Fun, fashionable, and comfortable. Whether you're at the big game or watching the game at home, Skix helps fans perform better. Go to Skix.com and use promo code FNTSY for 15% off your pair now. That's Skix.com. Skix sneakers, the soul of a true fan.
You're listening to the Fantasy Sports Radio Network.
Tell your friends, tell your friends.
And that, my friends, is called
Carton and Friends.
Here every day from 9 to 1.
Oh, hello, friends.
I love doing this show already. There's going to be so many amazing moments that are just going through my head right now.
Friends, if I may have your attention.
I'm so happy you're here. Tell your friends. Tell your friends.
Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
When me and my friends go out in the town, we can't sit still, we can't sit down. We don't like to fight and we don't like to scuffle, but we dance all night doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. What is he? What is he? No, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. Well, me and my friends love Larry and Mo. We love Curly's brother Shemp and his fat clone Joe. It's such a delight to boogie and hustle, dancing all night doing the curly shuffle. Hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo, hey Mo. Well, yuck, 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 yuck. Oh, nice guy. Well, we never miss a chance. We get up and dance and do the curly shuffle. That's right.
All right, back up at him. Carton and Friends right here on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network, holding it down for Craig while he comes back. Curly Shuffle playing in the background, not the version from yesterday, the actual instrumental, had me singing this Met fan national anthem on national radio. Not really my favorite thing to do. I don't root for the New York Mets. I think they are a joke of a franchise, a delusional fan base. I like to tease my Met fan buddies with that. How you doing, Craig? You're going to be breathing heavy, aren't you?
No, I'm not breathing heavy. I'm good.
Nice.
I'm good. I said that we need to take a little break there as we build the show. It's good to have a little mental break. Going to the bathroom does not provide that typically. So that's what I was doing. But did they play the Curly Shuffle or no?
They did.
The whole thing with you guys singing and all that stuff?
It wasn't us singing, no.
Huh. Interesting. Anyway, opening day is come and gone. The Yankees win. The Mets win. So now where do you go from here? There's always a letdown going from day one to day two. You learn very little about a baseball team on one day unless you decide to listen to the reporters and how they ask their questions, especially when it came to the New York Yankees postgame show.
Yeah.
Which fascinates me that all these years later, people still don't know how to properly ask questions after a game. How did it feel to hit a home run? Should we expect this type of power performance every single game? What is it? They played one game. They didn't play 17 games. There's not 30 games in. They played one game. If Giancarlo Stanton goes 0 for 4 today against Toronto, are they going to say to him, do you think you're going to struggle every single game?
Yeah.
Now that you're an American League player, do you expect to have a tough time against American League pitching? Like, it's one game, cuz. You just got to back off and relax a little bit. What I'm trying to figure out in my own world is you have Good Friday. Mm-hmm. Do you celebrate any of these religious holidays?
Yeah, but I ate meat today. I forgot it was Friday.
Really? What kind of meat?
I had...
What kind of meat did you have?
Turkey bacon.
Oh, turkey bacon.
An egg.
I think you're allowed to have turkey bacon.
No, it's meat.
Turkey's not really meat per se.
In the Catholic world, I think it's
turkeys
meat.
don't make bacon.
And turkeys don't make bacon. You might have had some fake bacon.
True. Okay, hopefully. Hopefully it was.
But it's not like you have to wait till sundown. Like, you don't eat meat. Now, do you do the whole Lent thing?
Yeah, I do the whole Lent
So
thing.
you'll go 40 days and 40 nights?
Yeah, but I didn't give up anything this Lent.
So you haven't even given up meat. You've already had meat.
I know.
So
are you willing to? Catholic this.
Are you willing to give something up? Like, what would you give up?
I usually give up like chocolate or ice cream or stuff like that.
What is it? Give me something that you like that you're going to give up. That if we catch you doing,
sweets.
There'll be a punishment.
Sweets.
You're going to give up sweets for 40 days.
Yes.
All right.
But it's over now.
It's about to be over Sunday.
It's just starting.
No, it's coming. Sunday's the end.
Yeah, Sunday's
Today
the
is
end.
day 38.
So I'll go the last 2 days without.
So you gave up nothing for 40 days?
I forgot. I know. I was bad.
You're a heathen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to say extra Hail Marys in church on Sunday.
Yeah, that's the other good thing about being Catholic.
Yeah,
you get absolved of it
exactly.
whenever you want.
Mm-hmm.
In the sport, will you give up? Let's see. Let's play a little sports game with you, okay? Since you are the update gal.
Yes. Yep.
All right. You're aware of all the sports happenings from yesterday.
Yes.
All right. Meaning, not that you paid that close of attention, but you know who played against whom, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna have a little fun with you right now.
Okay.
This is not for any reason. You can use your notes.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my notes a little.
Spread your notes out as much as you want.
Little.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. At 1 o'clock today.
Yeah.
So in about an hour, the Pirates play the Tigers. All right. In the Tigers Stadium. What city is that in?
Detroit.
You are
Very
1 for
good.
1. Well
Let's
done.
go.
All right. We are now on
Detroit
fire.
is also known as in the music.
Motown.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Right. Hey guys, will you put Fader 5 up for me, please? Okay. So that's very good. You are 1 for 1. Okay.
Cool.
Let's go to number 2.
Okay.
The Nationals play the Reds in the Reds' home ballpark. What city is that in?
Cincinnati.
Look at this.
Is it Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. We're starting small. We're going to go to a big crescendo, okay? But
Okay.
this is me building you back up after
Okay.
yesterday. This is what I do, okay? The New York Yankees played in Toronto last night.
Yes.
But where do they play the Blue Jays tonight?
It's Canada also. The Blue Jays are in Toronto.
Take your time.
also, aren't
Don't
they?
rush the answer. Never rush an answer.
Montreal?
Montreal?
Yeah.
I want you to be comfortable with your answer. I don't want you to feel like I'm forcing an answer on you.
Yeah, Montreal.
Montreal. Are the New York Yankees playing the Blue Jays tonight in Montreal?
No. Toronto also.
There you go.
Toronto.
You said it the first time. You didn't say it confidently.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But you so far so good.
Two out of three.
It's
Two
one of
out
those
of three.
two city, yeah.
You got 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Can you name 2 other Canadian cities other than Montreal
Quebec.
and Toronto?
All right, so Quebec is one.
What is it called?
Quebec.
Quebec. That works
It
for
ain't
me.
called Quebec. For
It works for me.
sure.
Quebec.
Right? It works.
But we're going to give you credit for Quebec.
Okay.
All right, we're going to just pronounce things phonetically. No problem. How do we spell Quebec?
I can't say Montreal, right?
You already said Montreal.
All right,
and Toronto and Quebec.
And Quebec.
I need one more Canadian city for you to get the point.
Oh God.
Bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun, dun,
There's
dun,
one out of
dun.
Toronto. I can't think of the name of it. I know.
Well, we already
someone
said
from there.
Toronto. So
I know, but it's like an hour outside of Toronto.
Buffalo.
No, not Buffalo.
I'm sorry. We're going to have to take away a point for that.
Okay.
All right. You named Toronto. You named Montreal. You got Quebec. But you were not able to name another Toronto or Canadian city. We would have accepted Calgary. We would have accepted Vancouver.
Oh, I forgot Vancouver.
Yep, we would have accepted either one of those for the answer. No, it's okay. You're
Okay.
2 out of 4. You're batting
good,
500.
All right.
You bat 500. You go to the Hall of Fame. Okay.
Cool.
The Boston Red Sox blew a lead yesterday, and they lost to a Florida State team not known as the Marlins.
Tampa Bay Rays.
Look at
Tampa
this.
Bay Rays,
You are
absolutely
on fire.
correct.
You're on fire right now.
Yes.
This is Major League Baseball coming right back to you.
3 out of 5.
exactly.
3 out of 5.
You're
I
doing
like
a great
it.
job with this.
I
Like
like
3
it.
years there.
I like it a lot. 3 out of 5, not bad.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Phillies play against Chipper Jones' former team. What is the name of that team?
Orioles?
What?
Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones' former team.
I'm thinking of Andrew.
National League, of course. Oh, you're such a... See, you can't help yourself. If she were an ugly dude named Chris, you wouldn't be giving her a hint. That's fine. Go ahead. You give up? Unfortunately.
Yes, I give up.
You give up on that one?
Yes.
Yes? Well, you got it wrong because you gave up. We applaud you giving up.
Right.
You are now 3 out of 6. Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta.
And Atlanta's name is the Atlanta...
Braves.
Okay, that's right. Okay, that does not count as a question, of course.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We now move on from baseball to basketball.
Okay.
We're going to hit every sport real quick for you, okay?
Okay.
Before we take a break and get an update from you. Tom Brady went to college at this Final Four team.
Loyola?
Tom Brady, before he got to the NFL.
Michigan?
There you go.
Well, Loyola,
All right,
Michigan.
I changed my mind. Michigan.
Well, that doesn't count. She said Loyola.
She said Michigan first.
No, she didn't.
I heard her say Michigan
You
first.
heard nothing.
did.
She
I
said
did.
Loyola
Michigan.
first.
We got to give her
knew it
that
wasn't
one.
I'm not
Villanova
giving it to
or
you.
Duke.
You're not getting credit for that. You're not getting credit for that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I can't give you credit for that.
man, all right.
I won't take a point away from you either,
All right.
but I'm not going to give you credit for it, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
NBA.
Yeah.
Name 5 players who at any point in their career played for the New York Knicks.
Latrell Sprewell.
1.
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony is 2, yes.
What's his name? Porzingis.
I will accept what's
Am
his
I allowed
name, Porzingis. Yes. 3. You have 2 to go.
2 to go.
2 to go.
Iman Shumpert.
The Shump. Okay, nice. 1 more, and you get credit for the correct answer.
And what's the one?
Think back.
Think back. Rihanna, the one that Rihanna dated.
The one that Rihanna dated. He got in a fight.
I'm on the right track.
He
Yeah.
got in front of the
He's got
greenhouse.
a lot of tattoos.
A lot of tattoos, although he grew up with a golf-playing family. Not without a dad like some guys grow up with.
He's not from Newark.
He grew up in a country club environment and is fronting as a ghetto kid because he ain't one. But you're right. We talked about him having a picture of a girl with a very large double wide ass
Tahiri.
while watching his brother play in the Big East tournament for Louisville.
Wait, I'm gonna change my answer though. I'm gonna say Clyde Frazier.
Clyde Frazier, which is correct.
That's good right there.
That's not the right answer, but yes,
But
Clyde
that's good.
Frazier
But
counts.
who am I thinking?
J.R.
of?
Smith.
You're thinking J.R. Smith.
Yes,
Now, let me ask you this, though.
Uh-huh.
The first name you mentioned was Latrell Sprewell.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know Latrell Sprewell?
Because that was back when my dad had season tickets to the Sixers, and that was I always remember they'd be like Latrell Sprewell.
Oh,
that name
very
just
good.
always stuck in my head.
Nice.
All right, that's a good one.
That is a random name to kind of throw
That's
out
why
there.
when you said that, I was like, how would you? Because you never saw him play.
You have advanced from the NBA, which brings us now to the NFL.
Okay.
All right, now, are you ready for some NFL questions?
I'm ready for some NFL questions.
All right, name 3 teams that play in the state of California.
The Chargers.
The Chargers is
the
correct.
LA Rams now.
The Rams
and
is also correct.
49ers.
And the 49ers. That is
Look
correct.
At the big brain on Michelle.
You advance to question number 2 in the NFL. Are you
Okay,
ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
What East Coast team in the NFL has never had nor will ever have cheerleaders?
The Giants.
Absolutely correct.
That was an easy question, though, because remember I said that the other day.
I don't know what you said or didn't say, but you got that one
One
right.
of my friends was a dancer for them.
So for the
Giants.
For the Giants?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have dancers.
They have a dance team.
The
They just don't
Giants have a
cheerleaders.
dance team?
Yeah, they do.
I was unaware that the Giants had a dance
Yeah.
team. Is that maybe she just like dancing for Giant fans unofficially? I don't think the New York Giants ever had a dance team.
There's a Giants dance team.
No, there's
There
not.
is.
I'm hate to tell
Google
you.
it right now.
Your girlfriend
It was-
likes banging NFL players or fans of an NFL team. The New York Giants, let me just double check. I never once
Check it.
heard that the New York Giants had a
And
dance
there-
team.
I met 3 other girls that were on the team with her.
The New York Lizards had a dance team. The New York Giants never had a dance team.
They do.
No, I'm sorry.
Google Giants dancers.
Is her last name DeVilligis?
No.
Hold on. I do not think they've ever had a dance team. No joke. The Gotham City Cheerleaders, is that?
No,
Did she dance for
it
them?
wasn't a cheerleader. It was literally just like a dance
Like
team.
pole dancing? Or something else?
No, just like.
No, I'm
regular.
asking. I'm telling you, I've been around.
All right, let me look this up on my phone.
And
yeah, look it up on your phone. I think we're right on
Let me
this
go
one,
on
Craig.
her.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I'd like to say as a fact, because I know they never had cheerleaders, there's no way the Giants would have had a dance team. But let's get to that during the break. Here's your final NFL question.
Okay, what's my final?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Other than a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Name 3 other ways to score points
Hail
in an NFL
Mary,
game.
Field goal, 2-point conversion.
Field goal and 2-point conversion.
Field
That's
goal, I accept. 2-point conversion, I accept. The Hail Mary would be a touchdown.
Now, yeah, Hail
What
Mary.
is the other way to get points in the NFL?
2-point conversion, touchdown, and field goal.
Field goal, 2-point conversion, touchdown. What's the last one? You need this to pass the test. It's like the SATs. Get your number 2 pencil out. If you don't know the answer, just circle C. Many people say that's typically the right
That is
answer.
a good way to go about it. You can get at least.
2-point
Touchdown.
conversion? All right.
Touchdown. Yes. Field goal. Yes. 2.6. There's one of 2 answers. Touchdown, field goal, 2-point conversion. Think about it during the break.
All right.
You want to think about it during the break?
All right.
She's going to think about it during the break.
When I find out if the dancer's cheerleaders.
Carton and Friends, hey, let's open up the phones for you again. 844-843-6879. Your call's next on the Carton and Friends.
Have you ever wanted to have a fantasy expert in the palm of your hand? Or better yet, in the pocket of your khakis? Well, check it out. Now you can. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Download it now to your phone, we promise. No weird viruses, no strange tracking things. Just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of pure fantasy knowledge dropping all over your head. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Stop being a weirdo and streaming it online. Get it on your phone. Take it with you everywhere you go.
Muscle Maker Grill was made for baseball season. Muscle Maker Grill supplies you with delicious, healthy meals that will give you energy to cheer on your team week after week. Whether you're craving flavorful salad, packed wraps, or guiltless entrees, Muscle Maker Grill has you covered. Hosting a game? No problem. Our catering packages will have your whole team satisfied with flavors ranging from Italian to Tex-Mex and much, much more. Visit MuscleMakerGrill.com for your nearest location and have a winning season.
Hey, I'm Jeff. Look, I'm just a skeleton. I don't have an ACL anymore, but I'd still like to know what it means when one of my fantasy players sprains his. That's why I use the Inside Injuries app. It was created by real doctors, so you're getting information directly from people who have seen, touched, and operated on actual ACLs. Take it from me, a skeleton. If you aren't using it, you might as well just be guessing. Download the free app today and unlock the secrets of injury analysis.
Skix sneakers are taking over tailgates and alumni homes across America. Skix canvas high top, low top, slip-on, and kids tennis style sneakers designed in officially licensed college colors and logos is a must-have for every college fan's wardrobe. Fun, fashionable, and comfortable. Whether you're at the big game or watching the game at home, Skix helps fans perform better. Go to Skix.com and use promo code FNTSY for 15% off your pair now. That's Skix.com. Skix sneakers, the soul of a true fan.
All right, it's Carton and Friends, Fantasy Sports Radio Network. Number to be on the show, 844-843-6879. Got Michelle Serpico here. We got Corey Parson here from Section 203, the cheap seats.
You already know.
Then we got Monday when we do the show. It's Yankees home opener, so we'll be knee deep in that.
The actual home opener.
Yeah, the actual, not the one that you referenced earlier today.
The one that I imagined.
This will be the actual home opener. Michelle is here. She's got an update. Let's start from jump again, and we'll do it for the last time today. As we got through opening day, you got some baseball games coming up within the hour or so, and the Yankees will play against Toronto again tonight for game number 2. But let's just, for the final time, wrap up what took place yesterday.
Okay, so Giancarlo Stanton, he scored 2 homers, and one of them was a two-run homer at his first at-bat in Toronto.
Correct.
I love it. In Toronto, very nice.
In
Toronto, by the way. And that sounded like this.
It's high, it is far, it is gone. It is first Yankee at bat. Giancarlo, non si può stopparlo. It is a Stantonian home run, a 2-run blaster right center in his first Yankee at bat. And the Yankees take a 2-0 lead.
I didn't know it was that easy.
I didn't know it was that easy either. I thought it was like the new algebra, very difficult to hit home runs, John. But apparently it's very easy.
It's like trying to find the Rock of Gibraltar.
Right, or doing an update for Carton and Friends. These are very difficult things and difficult times and days ahead. And then, of course, he's going to get up. What's he going to do? He's going to do it again, John. And here's how his second home run sounded.
Goes! See ya! A monster blast by Stanton, his second of the game. Giancarlo, non si può fermarlo.
Fermarlo.
It's a Stantonian home
No,
run
that's
to
what it
dead
means.
center.
I know what it means. It means I'm hot and bothered for you.
We had Nando break it down earlier, though, so shout out to Nando.
No shout out to Nando. He didn't get it right.
No, I think that was right.
Varmolo. No se puede amagarlo.
I think it's unstoppable.
It's just, have the Brazilian girl come in here and tell us what it means. It's just gibberish.
But
that's all it
it's
is.
Different languages.
Brazilian? That's Spanish.
Yeah, and in Italian. Well, they're similar.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, right?
No, not the same.
Not
I think
the same?
Portuguese is different from Spanish, actually.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, I guess
a lot more than you think.
It's similar to German, though, right?
I don't know that.
No, you're not sure about that.
Not sure about that. I will not say yes or no for that.
You're going to go home and think about that? Just make
I'll
sure.
go home and think about that. I'll ask my Portuguese friend.
Do you know any other languages?
I know Spanglish.
Spanglish? Give me an example of a Spanglish word.
I know how to speak because my bar backs, most of them are Mexican, so I know how to speak English, and then sometimes I throw in.
You know how to talk to the help. That's nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
They teach me what I know. It's a little broken up.
Yeah.
Right, very
How do you say ice?
I say
How do you say I need
I
ice?
just point and say more ice, please.
Jorge.
Por favor. Francisco, rápida.
Francisco, rápida. We're starting to learn the real Michelle.
Now we know what's going on.
That's my boy, though. He's
he's your boy.
I'm sure. Yeah, he's your boy when he's getting you ice rápido. He's your boy.
Yeah.
What's the next story?
All right, so next story.
Mi amigo, muy rápido.
Rápido, hurry up.
The ice is not going to get itself, Francisco. Meanwhile, Matt Davidson had a big day, did he not?
Yes.
What did he do?
He had 3 home runs.
3 home runs.
Right.
How many bonus points do you get for 3 home runs? I forget. Is it 2? You get the one. You get the 1 run for the home run.
Yeah.
But isn't there a bonus? For hitting 3?
Yeah.
How
So
many?
when you hit your 3rd home run,
You get some kind of bonus.
So it's not like, it's the first home run is 1-0, the second home run is 2-0.
But the third
home run, is it 3-0 or is it
4-0?
4-0.
There you
right?
go.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't try to make fun, Corey.
I'm not.
You do. If you hit a 3rd run of the game, it's worth 2 points. It's like a
Okay.
3-point shot in basketball.
Okay.
But he's saying is if you didn't know that, clearly you did know that. I don't know why you have to try to embarrass her like that, Corey.
I'm not. She said to Francisco Rapido. She tries to embarrass Francisco tonight when she could be at Texas, Arizona, and Hoboken.
By the way, his name isn't even Francisco. She just gave him a Mexican name.
Yeah, exactly. Rapido. It was not even a word.
She never thought to ask what his name was.
It means faster.
And then she snapped faster. Rapido. Rapido, give me my ice so I can make $1,000 tonight.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or just call him Hector. Come on, some other offensive name.
Jorge.
You don't even know what his name really is?
No, I do.
Is his name Francisco?
It is.
You sure?
Well, I think, yeah.
We're going to say, you're not positive, though. Did he
I'm
just
positive.
He just got a name tag
I can
that
bring
said
him in
it.
here.
Bring him in.
All right.
Yeah. Why not?
Do you tip him out?
Yeah.
How much?
Like if you make $100,
35% of our
How much? Is that right?
Yeah.
You said 80?
35? No,
35. Oh, okay.
35.
Francisco's making more than you are.
Sometimes literally they make more cash than us. I'm not even joking.
What's that?
Sometimes they do make more cash than us.
Well, he can't possibly make more than you if he gets a percentage of what you make.
But we get cash and credit cards. So he could sometimes
Or you can leave with more cash.
But
when do you?
Oh, cash wise.
Yes.
When do you collect on the credit card dough?
Every Friday.
Got it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the numbers so they don't get screwed out of that?
Yes, I try to. But you get taxed on it, so.
You got to add that up.
Yeah.
You got to add up and say, hey, Bob, you shorted me $9.
Yeah.
And Francisco's going to come kick your ass.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Rapido. Muy rápido. Rápido. All right, so yes, you do get the bonus point.
Yes.
So he had 3 home runs, but for 4 runs batted in.
Yes.
Oh, got it.
And they defeated the Royals 14-7.
It's like a football game.
No, not.
How long? So they scored. Who scored 14 runs?
The Royals.
The Royals did.
No, the White Sox did.
The White Sox did.
Yes.
How long do you think it'll take the Jets to score 14 points this football season?
Ooh, second quarter of the first game.
Oh, you think game 1?
Second quarter of the first game. Broadway Baker drives them downfield twice.
You have them taking Mayfield. They ain't no way they're taking Mayfield.
Broadway Baker.
They're not taking Baker for 3rd, I tell you that.
We'll see.
What else you got?
Okay, can I go into hockey news? Because
You do whatever you want to
Okay.
do.
So the Blackhawks play a 36-year-old accountant as their backup goalie last night.
I have not heard this story yet today. Let me hear about it.
Okay, so Scott Foster, a 36-year-old accountant who works in Chicago and played hockey more than a decade ago at Western Michigan University College.
The Chippewas.
Yes. He was the backup goaltender for Colin Delia, who was injured.
How did they know that he was in the crowd and that he played hockey?
I don't. That's what is still developing on the story.
It's still developing story.
It is. 'Cause that's why everyone's like. But they did pick it. They literally picked him out
But
of the
do
crowd.
they? It's like, have you ever been on a plane where the head stewardess goes, "If there's a doctor on board, please hit your call sign."
It was honestly something similar to that.
Did they do like, if you've ever played organized hockey, please come to section 437?
He knew that. I think he had some kind of affiliation with the coaches.
He
knew
must.
them somehow.
Someone had to
I mean,
know the
there's
guy
no
was
way
there.
they just went eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
No, they didn't do that.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
I guarantee you they didn't do that.
Yeah, no, definitely
They might
not.
have did that though. Here's the highlight of him making 7 saves. So let's hear that.
Well, there he is, 36-year-old Scott Foster.
Scott
At least
Foster.
his pads match.
Yes.
Remember when Tim Thomas got traded to Florida? He looked like he got his equipment from 4 different guys when he went and played there. He had to, because he went to Florida and then Dallas. He had a green jersey and an orange pad.
That's how they introduced him right there.
At least he looks good.
I only read one story on the other one you're telling us, Michelle. They obviously knew the guy was there.
Yeah.
They did not make an
obviously knew of
announcement.
him.
I guarantee there's no announcement that said,
No.
if you've ever played organized hockey at the college level or above,
Yeah.
please come to the Amana window and let us know we are short a goaltender. And how come no one else on the team can play goalie?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, he's their second string. Colin was their first one's injured, but they should have a
Right, but if you're a professional hockey player and you're out of the playoffs anyway,
Yeah.
and your team is in a pinch, doesn't like the last Czechoslovakian dude on the team go,
Yeah.
hey, listen,
Ancient Nationovich,
Put him aside, put him aside.
Ancient Nationovich, get in there.
It's a Manakovich, right? I'll play.
Yeah.
Something. Meredith Makanakovich's relatives could go to Chicago.
But this guy named is Scott Ward, which sounds like an accountant.
And an American, too.
Yeah, and an American
But get
accountant.
this, though. He stopped all 7 shots that came his way. That's pretty impressive.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That is
not
pretty
bad
good.
at
That
all.
gives him a save percentage.
That means the team they're playing against must suck. Because you got like a dude coming out the accounting department blocking your goals.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Right, like
Right, Corey.
think about this.
Exactly.
Think about you're the Blackhawk goalie the game before they gave up 5 goals. This dude was crunching numbers for my taxes. Came out of the stadium probably a couple beers in,
Yeah.
and stops every shot, every shot against him. Right?
So that, the 7th straight save made by the 36-year-old Johnny's Ice House veteran. Hawks win! Hawks win! And look at Scott Foster. He comes in and makes 7 stops in a row to preserve a victory. And the number 1 star of the game from the Blackhawks, number 90,
Scott Foster. There you go.
So Mr. Sussman has given me the skinny on this story on this still developing story right here, right?
Yeah.
So this is what it is. Every team in the NHL has like rec league backups in the arena in case of emergency. Their starting goaltender got hurt in warm-ups, and the backup got hurt during the game. So there you go, right there.
So
then
every
they went.
team
Now this guy
has a guy in
rec
every
league
stadium?
guy. Yep, every team has like a rec league backups in the arena, sitting in the press or the owner's box.
But hold on.
not
Let
just
me ask
in
you
the
this.
crowd. So this could happen any night.
Do both teams have a guy, or is there one guy available to either team? Because I just got a note on Twitter from Michael Moles who said all NHL games have an emergency goalie in the building. That goalie is available to both teams because it's highly unlikely that both teams would ever need a third string goalie.
Right.
So basically, that dude's sitting there. Whichever team needs him gets him. Like he wasn't there just for Chicago.
All right, so I think this is for both. I think, like, you remember back when we used to play football in the street?
Yes.
And we had the official quarterback, the dude that would quarterback for both teams?
Yes.
This dude must be like the official goalie.
Like steady quarterback, steady goalie.
Yeah.
Listen, they got something going on, I can tell you that. Here is Scott in Nova Scotia. Scott, you're on Carton and Friends.
That's the Canada. Yeah,
How are you guys doing today?
What's up, man? How are you?
Scotty?
Oh, not much. I've just listened to your hockey comments there.
Right.
And I was about to tell you what you just said, so you already know. But, yeah, they have an emergency. Every home team has an emergency goalie they can bring in. And these guys, I mean, they're not probably
Yeah, but why can't
NHL
they just take a guy on the roster and make him a goalie like you would in any other sport?
They don't want to use a roster spot because the chances of needing a third goalie are so low that they don't want to use up a roster spot. That's basically what it boils down to.
To me, listen, it's a great story that this kid, he's 36, and this guy comes into the game and stops all 7 shots and is the number 1 star. There's it's a feel-good story, but it dawned on us like, number 1, he's available to both teams, and number 2, why can't a regular hockey player just put on the pads?
Well, imagine if you were in a playoff race and you needed this guy.
I guess, but listen,
And have an extra
it
goalie
makes no
then.
sense. I think it's a great story. I'm not knocking the guy. The guy, he's sitting there minding his own business. Next thing you know, he's like, stick saving a beauty, And he's the number one star, so it turned out to be a great story.
Standing on his head.
It just seems awkward. But I appreciate the call, Biggs. Number's 844-843-6879. And Michelle's got more. What else?
So there was an interesting sighting yesterday at Dodger Stadium.
An interesting J-Lo, because A-Rod was doing the game, I think, right?
Uh-huh.
They just bought
they lost. They got to see her.
They just bought a $15 million apartment in the city.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, maybe we should swing on by.
Maybe so.
I love J-Lo.
Yep.
I would like to be.
I like
would
J-Lo
to go
more than
chill with them.
him.
You like J-Lo more than A-Rod?
Yeah.
A-Rod's a good-looking dude, though. They make it great. They're a great couple. By
Yeah,
the way.
they are. They're a great couple.
Think they gonna
They're a
tie the
great
knot?
power couple.
I don't listen. If first off, I can't figure her out. She's a beautiful woman, right? Yeah. She's got to be a high maintenance pain in the ass, is what I'm thinking.
It's hard to keep. It's like
right. The other thing is, here's my problem with J-Lo. Sometimes who you dated previously is an issue. All right, I'll explain what I mean in a second. Let me go to Dave in Hoboken first. Dave, you're on with Carton and Friends. How you doing, buddy?
Craigie, how you doing, buddy?
What is up?
I want to know what kind of accountant has time to play in an NHL game at the end of March.
I know, right? He's got 2 weeks to go.
Not a very good accountant, Craigie.
Yeah, clearly this guy is probably working for his parents' home office and is not crunching a lot of numbers if he's ready to play goalie and played his ass off, too.
Quote, unquote, accountant. Good luck,
Accountant.
Craigie.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Dude, I played adult hockey over at Woolman Rink about a month ago.
What's adult hockey?
Adult hockey.
Explain to me adult hockey, because when you say adult in front of it,
hockey,
it makes me think that you were like people were on ice naked.
No, definitely not on the ice naked. No, it's adults playing hockey.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Well, when you put adult in front of it, like
I hear what you're saying. It could have been like some kind of porno of some kind.
Like, and then when you say like an adult club, you would think that something intimate would be happening. When you say adult hockey, you make me think of intimacy when you put adult in front of everyday stuff.
Listen, I'm here to help you out. No
All right,
worries.
thank you.
Yeah, and I play goalie. That's why I love this accountant story.
Yeah.
And
to
we
give you
play in
hope
there.
that you could play?
And by the way, I've always said, and I was a good athlete growing up. I
Yeah.
was clearly not a pro athlete or anywhere close. I honestly think, had I learned how to skate when I was younger, because I can't skate backwards, I could skate forwards.
Yeah.
And I could stop. I can't. But I'm a great goalie.
Oh, yeah?
I honestly.
We saw you roller skating yesterday. Remember this,
Dude, I'm telling you right
we saw
now.
Yesterday, you roller skating.
I could have been an NHL goaltender. I'm not. I know it's
I
like,
don't know
oh,
if you could have been a goaltender.
No, I could have, because
But we saw you
I go out
roller
there
skating
now
yesterday,
and I play my ass off.
We saw you roller skating to Taylor
And I
Dane
was
yesterday,
killing
and you
it.
wasn't really killing it, to be honest with
Killing
you.
it.
And then you was wildly out of breath afterwards.
I'm out of shape right now,
All right.
but I have lost 8 pounds. I got another 10 to go.
All right.
Okay.
I'm working out now.
don't
I'm
know.
boxing again.
You're
I don't know about
And,
the hockey.
I box.
I don't
That's
know if
right.
You can be a goalie.
And I'm ripping it up.
Nice.
I can tell you, we're going to do a show. We're going to do the Carton and Friends Beach Show.
All right.
And we're going to do a calendar.
Okay.
We're not going to be in the calendar.
No.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to be.
I don't want to be.
I know you don't
I'll
want to
be.
When you bring those 6 girlfriends in here to
Okay.
They can be
All
in the
right.
calendar.
we'll do a Carton and Friends calendar.
Yes, all right,
So you might
perfect.
have to bring 12 of them in.
Okay.
Do you have 12 friends that would do that?
Yeah, probably.
Dunsky. Fantasy Fact is the perfect daily fantasy site for the casual recreational player. Flatter prize pools, smaller fields, and single entry contests only. Fantasy Factor always has fun contests going on. This year, Fantasy Factor is running a $100,000 home run derby. Simply sign up and enter www.fantasyfactor.com. What we'll do is we'll have your girlfriends come in. Corey and I will subjectively judge them.
Yep.
And then we'll do a calendar shoot on the deck here at Rockin' Riley's.
Okay.
And we'll make it a Carton and Friends calendar shoot party.
Okay.
Does that sound good? A good idea?
Yeah.
We'll just be on the cover of it,
Okay.
and your friends will be in it.
All right.
Cool. I was once offered $10,000 to be on the cover of Playgirl. So I'm going to have to get my ass back in shape for that.
That's true, Craig.
That is a true story. They said no full frontal. I agree.
Have you ever wanted to have a fantasy expert in the palm of your hand? Or better yet, in the pocket of your khakis? Well, check it out. Now you can. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Download it now to your phone. We promise no weird viruses, no strange tracking things, just 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of pure fantasy knowledge dropping all over your head. It's the Fantasy Sports Radio Network app. Stop being a weirdo and streaming it online. Get it on your phone. Take it with you everywhere you go.
Muscle Maker Grill was made for baseball season. Muscle Maker Grill supplies you with delicious, healthy meals that will give you energy to cheer on your team week after week. Whether you're craving flavorful salad, packed wraps, or guiltless entrees, Muscle Maker Grill has you covered. Hosting a game? No problem. Our catering packages will have your whole team satisfied with flavors ranging from Italian to Tex-Mex and much, much more. Visit MuscleMakerGrill.com for your nearest location and have a winning season.
Hey, I'm Jeff. Look, I'm just a skeleton. I don't have an ACL anymore, but I'd still like to know what it means when one of my fantasy players sprains his. That's why I use the Inside Injuries app. It was created by real doctors, so you're getting information directly from people who have seen, touched, and operated on actual ACLs. Take it from me, a skeleton. If you aren't using it, you might as well just be guessing. Download the free app today and unlock the secrets of injury analysis.
Skix sneakers are taking over tailgates and alumni homes across America. Skix canvas high top, low top, slip-on, and kids tennis style sneakers designed in officially licensed college colors and logos is a must-have for every college fan's wardrobe. Fun, fashionable, and comfortable. Whether you're at the big game or watching the game at home, Skix helps fans perform better. Go to Skix.com and use promo code FNTSY for 15% off your pair now. That's Skix.com. Skix sneakers, the soul of a true fan.
Just checking out my show sheet here of things we didn't get to today. It's Carton and Friends, 844-843-6879.
Does the Freaks come out at night?
Freaks come out at night.
That's not it.
That's Houdini.
Couldn't hear what it was right
Do you
quick.
know how that song went?
The Freaks come out at night? Yeah.
The freaks come out at night.
Freaks come out.
The freaks come out at night.
The freaks come out.
You may never tell what a freak is thinking of. You may never find a freak without at least one glove.
Hey.
They don't step when they walk, they strut. 9 times out of 10, they'll break your heart. Take my advice, you don't stand a chance. Freaks are so bad, they got their own dance. Boom, 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 boom.
Freaks come out. Freaks come out at night. You got to get Scotty Love in here to rock that joint for you. Shout out to Houdini.
Anyway.
That
There you go.
was good.
That
I
was
don't know
Houdini.
who sings that, though, so don't ask
It was
me.
a guy named Houdini.
Oh, okay.
Houdini had one great album. Had 3 hits on the album, but it's old school rap.
Oh, okay.
Like he was right on Sugar Hill Gang time.
Oh, okay. I like
You know the Sugar Hill Gang.
Well, I like their one-song Rappers Delight.
Do you know how it goes?
A hip, a hop, a
There
hip.
you go.
a
If you did a hip, hip, hop, you don't stop. Rock it to the bang, bang, boogie. Say up, chuck the boogie to the boogie to the boogie to beat.
Yeah.
Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the
Beat.
me, the groove, and my friends.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to move your feet.
See, I am one of a kind.
Wonder Mike, and I'm here to say hello.
Wonder Mike here to say hello.
To the
Yeah, I don't know the rest.
black, the brown, the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the. Come on, you got it, you got
The
it.
bang bang boogie. Don't stop rock. Do something, something,
No,
something.
I got a
something.
colored TV so I can see
the Knicks playing basketball.
There you
Check
go.
it out. I'm Elp to Delp. The ladies whelp. The women fight for my delight because I'm the grand master with the 3 MCs that rock the house for the young ladies. No?
No, I don't know the rest.
And you can come
You got
inside.
that Nick play basketball.
I know.
You got that part while he
Right.
bought that color TV.
Uh-huh.
That's why
This
I
again-
threw. That's why I threw my TV away because of the Knicks playing
Because the Knicks are
basketball.
playing basketball.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? I mean, you can play the beat, Chris. Let it go. I mean, the macaroni saga, the peas are mush, and the chicken tastes like wood. So you try to play it off like you think you can by saying that you're full. And your friend says, Mom, you're just being polite. He ain't finished it. Oh, that's bull. No?
No. I only know like the beginning.
And then you
part.
have the extended version
That song
with
was like 7
Superman.
minutes old. That song like 7 minutes long.
Yeah,
My
that one
pops
is-
had the 45 of that joint.
Kept
We
going and
played that
going
joint
and
like the
going.
song is 8 minutes long. What the hell going on?
The extended version is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Right? I'm rapping to the beat. Me, the groove, and my friends are going to try to move your feet. But what?
Say I
am
one the mic. Hello. Hola.
You're not a performer. You don't like to sing around.
You don't like to.
Like
You just like to say rapido, 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 rapido.
I don't sing. I can dance.
Rapido, give me my ice.
It is time now for a little segment that we like to call
the moment of the day.
And it is involves a special moment that happened earlier today. And let's take a listen to what it was. Oh, someone's calling. Let me see who this is.
Who is it?
Hey, this is Chris's phone. Who's this?
Who's this?
Ooh, it's the Marriott Hilton.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you got reservations?
Yeah, no joke. Look.
To participate in our nationwide luxury Dream Week promotion with a 3-day 2-night
You want to win a 3-day, 2-night trip?
For more information.
Yeah, more
Oh,
information.
they're scheming me.
Yeah.
Your call is being transferred with no.
Yeah,
this is fun right here.
I'm going to get you a 3-day vacation at the Marriott.
Let's get it. Let's
Hello,
get it.
reservations.
How you doing, man?
Corporate ID 5300.
How you doing?
I'm trying to get Chris a vacation.
My name is Bug Boy. Hello?
What is it?
My name? Me llamo.
Yes, that's what.
Bug Boy.
Buck boy?
Bug Boy. Bug Boy. Bug Boy Jones.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Did I win the 3?
Congratulations, sir. You will receive a 3-day, 2-night cruise with all your meals and entertainment included.
Thank you.
Just for participating on this phone call today.
How long does the phone call take?
Have you ever been on a cruise before?
No.
Or is this going to be your first
This
time?
will be my first time ever on a boat.
Okay, well, it's a ship. Not a problem. We're going to get you Bahamas.
Let me ask you a question. Are there bed bugs on this boat?
Are there what?
Are there bed bugs on the boat? Because I'm allergic to bed bugs.
I wouldn't know.
Well, that means there could be.
Well, I wouldn't know, sir.
But isn't it? I mean,
So you're aware, all calls are recorded for quality assurance.
yes. No, I'm glad you're recording it. So you're telling me that there's a chance there might be a bed bug on my boat?
The chance.
I would not know, sir.
Well, why I can't go on the vacation if there's a chance of more bed bugs. I can't have any bed bugs.
No, I wouldn't know.
Do you think that? Do you think there's? Do you think there's bed bugs?
No.
But you won't guarantee it. I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass. I can't go on a vacation if there's a chance of bed bugs.
Well, we are a full-service travel agency.
Well,
Cruise lines.
yeah, but I can't go on vacation. I can't go on vacation. I can't go on vacation. I hear you, ma'am. Ma'am, if you would just stop reading from the script for 1 second. I can't go on this vacation with you fine people if you can't promise me no bed bugs.
I can't because I don't know, sir. I'm not going to tell you something.
And I can't go on that vacation, so I'm going to have to say no to you.
Okay, well, then I'll pass it on to somebody else.
Thank you so much. Well, you know how that goes. But I'll say this. I'll give her credit. She was not going to guarantee no bed bugs.
But the thing about it is, like, you would think that if somebody says there's going to be bed bugs on the ship, she would say no.
Of
that
course
would
not.
That would be a good soldier right there, saying no. You feel what I'm saying?
She's an honest person. She's being honest.
You would
she doesn't
think.
know.
You would think. Listen, I agree. You would think.
Yeah.
You think
Respect
she'd
their
just say
honesty.
no bed bugs.
Yeah, no bed bugs.
By the
Get it
way, reading
over
a
with.
story that Craig Card's Carton and Friends program overwhelmed servers this morning shortly after 9 a.m., briefly shuttering the FantasySportsNetwork.com website. In addition to knocking the video stream offline on YouTube and Twitch, the company worked to rectify the situation. The streams returned roughly an hour or so into the program. So there you go. So obviously we're overwhelming the servers with people checking things out. As of 11 a.m., all streams except for one on YouTube were up and running. So that's good to know. Meanwhile, I teased a story earlier today before we get out of here for the day. Imagine you're driving through one of those safari type things, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's Six Flags. In this case, the guy was actually in Africa. But it's still one of those, you're in an open-air Jeep.
Yeah.
Why you would do that, I have no idea. So the guy's in there. I'm on Bob's Blitz reading this right now. And all of a sudden, a real-life cheetah. Now, he's in Africa.
But it's a little baby one.
Dude, it's a cheetah.
It's a baby. My cat's bigger than that.
That cheetah will maul your ass.
No.
100%.
It's so cute. I want to pet it.
Good.
You don't want to pet that.
You
don't
want to pet a
jump on your
cheetah.
It's
ass.
like this big.
That thing jump on your ass, you're gonna be in trouble.
Joining us on the hotline right now is Mrs. Serpico.
Oh.
I have Michelle's mom on the phone. Ma'am, it's Craig and Corey, and of course your daughter Michelle. How are you today?
I'm good. Hi.
What's
you
your?
doing, Miss
Should we
Serpico?
call you Michelle's mom or Mrs. Serpico?
You can
or
call me Sue.
Sue, it's my pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Mom.
Nice to meet you. Hi, honey. Shelly, you're doing so good.
Thanks.
Oh,
Hi,
Shelly.
Corey.
How you doing, Moms? Hi, Miss Sue.
Interesting.
How are you?
Sounds like a lot of
Yeah.
familiarity with everyone here except for me. Okay.
Well, I met Corey. I was on the show once.
Oh, is that right?
When we did the Foul
Yeah,
Territory show.
I'm
Okay.
international. Craig,
Well,
I don't know if you noticed, I was like celebrity around here.
I was unaware of that.
Yes,
Yes,
don't worry
all
about
the servers know who Corey is. And it's funny because earlier today, Michelle mistook Corey for a server and said,
Rapido.
Yes. So we love having your daughter here as a part of the show, and I'm glad that you guys are listening or
thank
watching
you.
and checking it out.
I love it. I told her it's reminding me of the Howard Stern show with Rob, and she laughs at everything.
There you go. She freshens up the room for sure, and she's a great asset to what we're doing.
Oh, thank you.
When am I being invited over for family dinner so I can meet everybody?
Okay, we'll do that soon.
That's a non-committal answer.
That was very non-committal.
He wants a day, Mom. He wants a day.
I tell you what I'd like to
okay,
do.
but I never
Instead,
I never see my daughter, so it will have to be on her terms.
well, we're going to change all that now because she should always make time to visit her mom and dad and her family at least twice a month, if not every week. Here's what we're going to do.
know.
Since I'm a big fan of LBI and I take my kids crabbing at the 26th Street Pier all the time, we will pick when it gets a little bit warmer outside. With your permission, we will come to your place at LBI. We'll have a little clam bake.
Okay.
All right, and we'll get to meet
Sounds
everyone,
good.
and you can invite all your friends and neighbors, and we'll come by and we'll have a nice little party.
Perfect.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan?
Thank you.
All right, Sue.
Sounds good.
Pleasure chatting with you. Happy Easter and have a great weekend.
Bye, Mom. Love you.
You too. Love
That
you.
was
Bye.
very nice.
Are you going home for Easter?
I'm going to try. The thing is, I have to work Saturday night, then I have to be here Monday. So
It's your family.
I know, but it's 2 hours away. It's far. I
Does
have
your
to
mom
drive.
make any Italian, like pizza again,
No.
pizza rustica, any of that? She doesn't make nothing.
No, Easter will.
Well, your dad's Italian.
Yeah, my
Your
dad's
mom was
Italian.
German
My-
or something, right?
Irish, German,
Irish.
Scottish, yeah. she's
Got it.
everything.
She don't cook anything but potatoes or something.
Yeah, potatoes.
Does your dad's family do any of that stuff?
They cook Italian food. Yeah.
Are you close with your family?
Yeah, no, I
Or are
am
you
close
like
with my
the
family.
black sheep of the family?
No, I'm actually very
that darn
close.
Michelle's always up to no good.
No, that's not me. That's my brother. No, I'm kidding.
I threw him under the bus.
There's a lot of that going around here at the Fantasy Sports Radio Network,
It
right?
definitely is.
All right, it's time for some picks. We do it every Friday on the show. We'll give you picks for the weekend's action. We'll start, of course, with the NCAA tournament. Michigan is laying 5.5 points right now to Loyola of Chicago. Michelle, I start with you. Who are you taking?
Loyola.
Loyola plus 5.5.
Yeah, That's plus okay 5.
with me.
Okay.
Just because of her.
Sister Jean says she likes that pick. Okay. Corey, who are you taking and why?
Let me get the Michigan Wolverines. I think the Blue Bloods pull this one out to end the Cinderella story. Give me that final score, 83-79.
That high scoring, huh?
Yep.
No shot that there's a 160-point score in this game. We tried to get Gabe on the show, but they told me he was sleeping. So I'm trying to be a team player, bring other shows into what we're doing here. So we reached out, but they said that Gabe in Toronto has not awoken yet.
Gabe go hard that night, though.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. And I like that guy a lot. So we'll get him on here at some point. I'm going to take Loyola. I don't think they're going to win the game, but I think that point spread's crazy low. And there's an old proverb in sports wagering handicapping that there are times where the spread is talking to you. They want everybody betting Michigan, and the number's low enough for everybody to bet Michigan. So, well, I think that Michigan will win the game. I do not think they cover the number. I'll take Loyola of Chicago, if that's okay with you, Sister Jean.
That's okay with me.
All right, then, as long as it's okay with you,
okay with her.
I'm going to stick with you, and I'm going to take Loyola of Chicago. Are you sure it's okay with you?
That's okay with me.
All right. If you guys win, I might jump into the pool naked. Is that okay?
That's okay with me.
All right. I'm just checking. I want to make sure that everything's good. Everything's good. All right, so I'll take them. Game number 2. Villanova laying 5 to Kansas. Michelle.
Nova.
Nova.
Yes.
All right.
I hope anyway.
That's because you're a
Rooting for
Philly
them.
girl.
Yes.
That's all that is right there.
That
Main
is all
line,
that is.
Pennsylvania. And Corey.
Villanova Wildcats go to the national championship game, take out Kansas 78-70.
So you have them covering the
Yes.
5 points. I like Villanova to cover as well. I would not be surprised if there's over 140 points scored in the game, like you're alluding to right there. I think Villanova has been the best team most of the year. I know people had Virginia as number 1 seed. I never bought into Virginia. I told you that in the show. I like Villanova. I like Villanova to cover the number as well. I think you are looking at a Villanova-Michigan final for Monday, which we'll get into when we come back on Monday. Baseball-wise, I'm going to give you 3 choices right now. You got to pick one. Are you ready, Corey?
Let's do it.
All right. Between now and Monday, here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you sure you're ready?
Let's do it.
There's a prop wager for you right now,
All right.
okay? The total number of home runs that New York Yankee players hit today, tomorrow, and Sunday, okay?
Today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Prior to the championship game for basketball.
All right.
Total number of home runs the New York Yankees hit versus the total number of 3-pointers that Michigan makes in Saturday's game.
Take Michigan's 3-point. I'll take Michigan. Michigan will hit more 3-pointers Saturday night than Yankee home runs before Monday's.
Okay, so you're taking Michigan more 3-pointers than Yankee total home runs in the next 3 games.
Yep.
All right, Michelle, which side are
I'm
you
going
taking?
with Yankees home runs.
You're going to take Yankee home runs in Quebec.
In Quebec,
In Quebec, just checking. And your final wager for the weekend. Are you ready for this one?
Let's do it.
Your final wager for the weekend will be as follows, okay?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You sure you're ready?
I think I'm ready.
You think
no,
you're
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Your final wager for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever team in the Final Four scores the fewest amount of points in their respective Final Four game,
Okay.
that whatever that number is, okay, will that number be higher or lower than the total number of runs scored for all of Major League Baseball on the same day? So let me give you that a little easier to understand. In all of baseball on Sunday,
Yeah.
so whatever, there's 15 games, whatever it is, the total number of runs scored in all the baseball games played on Sunday, will that number be more or less than the lowest output of points from any one particular team in the Final Four? Corey.
We going Sunday or Saturday?
Excuse me, Saturday.
We're going to go Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
Give me Major League Baseball runs.
There'll be more runs scored Saturday than points scored by the lowest scoring team in the tournament.
Yes.
Michelle.
Points scored by the lowest scoring team in the tournament.
You'll take the basketball
Yes.
team. All right. Each one of these questions is worth 1 point.
Okay.
We're going to keep track of it.
Okay.
Whoever has the worst amount of points has to buy the staff breakfast.
Okay.
It's bagels. It costs $18.
Okay.
I've done it. All right?
Yeah.
It's a dozen bagels. It's
Yeah.
a little cream cheese. That's all you got to do. It's an $18 investment.
Okay.
We're good with that?
I'm cool with that.
Corey, you're good with that?
Let's do it.
Everyone, we hope you have a great weekend. If you are Jewish, enjoy your Passover. If you are Catholic, Good Friday, and of course, a happy Easter on Sunday. If you're a heathen or you don't believe in a higher power or religion, enjoy the tournament, enjoy playing Fortnite, and enjoy your vaporizer. We'll be back Monday morning at 9 for a full week of broadcasting here on the Fantasy Sports Radio Network. To Nando and Greg and Chris and Chrissy Bones and Mike and who am I leaving out?
I get my man Frankie Baby, Frank Stanfield.
Frankie Baby, and everyone else that participated in today's show. We thank you. We're just getting underway. We've only done 2 shows, a full week next week, live from Studio 34 right here on West 35th Street. Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for finding the show. Be sure to tell your friends about it. We're here, and we ain't going anywhere. We continue on Monday, but before I leave you for the weekend, there's only one appropriate way to leave this show, and that's with John Sterling faking Italian for Giancarlo Stanton and his first ever New York Yankee home run. Have a great weekend.
Swung on and
Peace.
drilled to deep right center field. It is high. It is far. It is gone. It is first Yankee at bat. Giancarlo non si può stopparlo. It is a Stantonian home run, a two-run blaster right center in his first Yankee at bat. And the Yankees take a 2-0 lead.
I didn't know it was that easy.
Monster blast by Stanton, his second of the game.
Giancarlo, no si può fermarlo. It's a Stantonian home run to dead center.
Does your fantasy team suck? Maybe you need